follow Crumb. Don't follow Crumb. Don't follow Crumb.
If you're a new listener, just type in Pentagon tested gay bomb on Iraq. They didn't consider using it. They've used it on our troops. In Vietnam, they sprayed PCP on the troops, Jacob's Ladder. You think PCP is a horse tranquilizer or something? They got stuff that'll whack your brain permanently. Brain chips in the troops. They give the troops special vaccines that are really nanotech that already re-engineer their brains. Now there it is, the gay bomb. Look it up for yourself. I mean, this is what do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby. And I'm not saying people didn't naturally have homosexual feelings. I'm not even getting into it, quite frankly. I mean, give me a break. You think I'm like shocked by it, so that they're bashing it because I don't like gay people? I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
I started singing apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shawty got low.
Are you experiencing signs of discomfort or irritability while watching NASA and space news? Have you noticed your sense of reality becoming more and more blatantly and obviously shattered? Does your trusted news seem less and less credible as you live life post-pandemic? Are you struggling to maintain relationships with loved ones? Well, now there's Flatterall! Flatterall has been tested and proven to help aid in the awakening of the collective consciousness, help you decipher the truth from the lies that we were all taught. Flatterall can help cure symptoms of chronic appealing to authority, systemic brainwashing, excessive need for conformity, NASA fanboy syndrome, delusional belief of the moon landing, and diarrhea. Talk to your doctor today and see if waking the f*** up is right for you. Side effects may include losing your friends, losing your family, losing your job, losing your mind, questioning your sanity, questioning your gullibility, questioning literally everything in your life, and diarrhea.
The bit of genius, that's my love.
Bigger than a tower, I ain't talking but Aprils.
She just a girl who plays down his eyes.
Pussy put his ass to sleep, now he calling me night.
The bit of genius, that's my love.
Bing, bing, I let him hit it.
CDC,
Hey, CDC's greatest hits.
CDC,
Hey, now available with proof of vaccination.
You've been Pfizer's trial.
You'll get all-time classics like
Yes, I got the jam. It's been too long, I'm glad to be fast. Yes, I got the juice. I took two. Tell me, Dr. Fauci, what you want me to do, cause I'm fast.
enter to win a signed copy of the album by Brian Johnson & Johnson.
I took a fast vaccine during quarantine. It was the worst damn shakes I have ever seen. I'm number
Legendary hits like
quarantine for just 2 weeks. Stay away from me for just 6 feet. CDC will tell you lies. CDC and ignore all your cries. Hell's bells. Oh, Angus, are you alright? A palsy. You're shaking. You're shaking. Hell's bells. Somebody call a doctor. Where's Fauci? A palsy. Dr. Fauci, hello. Hell's bells. Hello. Dr. Fauci.
Follow from. Follow from. Follow from. Don't follow.
Drop the line!
Good luck.
3, 2, 1.
We are live.
Dude,
Reverb Bob. Good
what
shit.
what a weekend, man. What a fucking weekend, dude. I'm like,
What
I'm
a
still, like,
weekend.
I'm flying high right now. I've been flying high since yesterday. Like,
Alex
oh my
Flary, welcome
God.
to the stream. Rico,
Yeah, man.
welcome to the stream. You guys have really quick. You guys started up something, and I'm excited about that. I watched a little bit of the stream for this week, and it's looking good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like our whole goal was just to get through 1 hour because we didn't have any.
Man.
We had no fucking idea what we were doing. Nothing.
That's how you do it.
Well, we we had Jer kind of walk us through like a simple broadcast, and so we were like, look, if we just get through it and we can hear everybody and we can share the screen at some point, then we've won. And we managed to do Rico, right? We managed to do it right at an hour.
I think
right at an hour.
Pretty
right?
good job at a first like jab at it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to see I'm still in that stage where like I literally look at this. I've been doing this for like 3 years now, and I'm like, I'm practicing. I haven't started yet because I can't say for sure that nothing's gonna go wrong. Something usually goes wrong.
Well, you got all that equipment around you that it makes
I know.
Too. Remember RV proved that.
Pile of keyboards behind you, like
Illuminati confirmed. Look how much money I got.
I'm full RV right now.
I got so much money. Why would I be on the Baby Truthers show if I wasn't a show? Look at all this.
Yeah, it's like
flawless logic.
Batcave. It's like
rethink.
Mr. Crumb Batcave.
It's probably both. Rethink.
So, it's good to be back. I took a little break on the stream. I got this giant drink here. I'm trying to not make that like in front of. All right. It's Saturday night, which is good. I think Austin Melodome will be joining us shortly. Send him a link.
Nicole's back in the closet. She's flat Earth in the closet. She's just working through her tech right now. She'll figure it out here in a second.
I can't stand.
I'm getting texts from like multiple people. Like Weiss has texted me from one way, and then I got Nicole. She's trying to figure out her audio, so she'll be here in a sec.
By the way, speaking of Weiss, Dave called me a maniac earlier. I took it as a compliment, regardless of what he meant.
Yeah, I mean, I did tell him that like originally you were going to put him on your leg, and you had some other quote. I don't remember what you were telling me about. Wasn't that right?
Yeah, it was the whole thing with what's his name? Not Marvin, but.
Wait, let's give some context here. Why are you a maniac?
Okay,
what did you
tell
do,
him the story.
Rico?
Tell him the story, Rico. Tell him the story.
Okay, well, actually, this is kind of on Andrew a little bit, but I decided to do. I couldn't get someone, Calvin. You guys seen that guy that's on everyone's like back window where he's peeing on like a Chevy logo or?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That was huge in the 90s.
Yeah. I wanted someone to get Dave animated peeing on a globe. And then I downgraded that to a T-shirt, which then I got sick and I couldn't afford it. And then Andrew was like, "You should get a Don Pettit tattoo." So I just did, and it was that's like.
So he live streamed it this afternoon. So I just sat on my couch.
Oh, you did?
Wow.
Oh yeah,
having a drink and watched him get a tattoo.
You think maybe you can get an interview out of him for that? You know?
Can you share the? You know what? Actually, my tattoo artist said something so funny. What if like we make the news because Don Pettit gets a flat earther Rico tattoo? How cool would that?
That'd be amazing.
I sent you the photos of it, right? Can you share that?
I can't. You send them my phone, and there's no way I can. I mean, I can send them to my Telegram. Or I don't know. Are you on Telegram? Can you?
Yeah. I'll send it there.
If you could send it to my Telegram,
I got you.
And I could easily do that.
Daddy's got you.
Oh.
So anyway,
I'm so gay. I'm coming out of the closet next year.
You have a space retard on your calf. You have now you have a space retard on your calf. You know, and as long your wife loves you and she doesn't have to look at your legs when you do whatever you do. So
it's an ish.
Who was that? Is Nicole? She was
she's still trying to sort out the tech. She'll be here in a sec.
Oh, we're not
she's backstage. She's backstage.
She's backstage.
Yeah.
Did I put her on? All right.
There you go. That's Nicole.
Do you want to be on?
She's in the closet. You're muted.
Can't hear you.
You're muted, baby.
You're not muted. You're not muted. Is the microphone good? I'll let you figure it out. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready.
I just sent the photos to you.
I see them.
On Telegram. Okay, right. By the way, it's going to look better. Like you're seeing a lot of blood the red is not there. That's just irritated skin.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it says, I would do it in a nanosecond, which I misquoted intentionally to make it sound like a sexual thing.
he looks kind of evil. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. No,
He's
trust
a little
me.
evil. All right, here
Trust
we
me.
go.
I saw it going down. It's gonna look.
There it
perfect.
is.
It'll look perfect. I promise. I know what it looks like.
I actually was
All right.
trying
Do you see it on my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you. That's it.
I was trying to get.
There's a plastic wrap on that now that is like this. There's a new thing. This has never happened, and I have I don't know 40 tattoos. Now they can wrap it in something that you can shower and not worry about it. Like it holds on to the blood to make it heal.
It's about time tattoo technology stepped it up.
Yeah.
Well, excellent job. Did it hurt?
Like a fucking madman, but I kept it cool because I was streaming.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
No, I acted like
that's actually a good way to do it because if you're, I'm too afraid to get a tattoo just for that reason.
You know what? Here's how I describe tattoos. Imagine like a sewing needle and barely poking the skin, like not even to draw blood, and just drag that around. That's what it feels like. Like you're just being scraped for a couple hours.
See, I have all these moles all over my body. Like I've always had like moles, and I just feel like they just pop up, and it's like somebody with like drunk with a tattoo gun is just putting spots all over me, and I'm like, and they don't go away, and I'm like, man, I hate these moles. So I figured that's probably all I'm gonna do.
Tats are like having pets. It's just like you gotta make sure you like the pet that you have because you gotta live with it, right? You know, so like, you know,
I got a couple.
I hate my cat, my cat BG. She is awful.
Oh,
she's the worst cat.
Stop.
No,
Stop.
she's evil. She's an evil cat.
There are cats that are evil, but they're not totally evil. They're just like there's certain degrees of evil cat.
I'll go pick her up. She's something else. Are you coming out to visit me? You want a cat?
Yeah, we're looking for 2 cats actually.
We
want 2 cats. So yeah, the idea was to get out to you. I mean, we're still working on it. You know, it's like, who knows, man.
I will say though, I should let you guys know. I don't know. I mean, I did put it on the Facebook, but my longest cat, Gary, my sweetheart, he did die a couple weeks ago. I know.
I'm sorry.
He died.
Oh, damn it, man.
He had a good life, but yeah, that was a little tough.
Hey, by the way, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What's up?
I noticed in our first live stream, it looks like I have a bit of, like the way my lighting is, it looks like I have a bit of cocaine on my nose. I actually have a nose ring. That's not...
It was actually Special K, so don't worry about it.
I'm gonna go back and work on Nicole's
definitely
tech
in a K-hole
in the
right
closet. I'll be right back. I'm just working on her tech.
Oh yeah. Help her with that. Make sure that she's getting like a feed on the microphone. Like look at the levels. If you're seeing like stuff come through it, then you know it's working.
You weren't using
Rose. I miss you, homegirl. I saw that.
I'll be back.
Oh, Rose, yes, love it.
I miss you so much. I haven't seen you in like 2 years. So
Rose is amazing.
She really she's my spirit animal.
Agreed. In
a different way that Karen B is. Karen B is my spirit animal in the sense that she knows how to take care of herself. Rose just.
Every girl I know that has come out as a flat earther has been top notch, quality people. I've noticed. I don't know. I guess I can say that I can't say that for the guys. What am I saying? But there's more of us. It's pretty badass to come out as a flat earther. Is that Dave? Is working on our tech code for you know what? What's you know what? Dave, I almost texted you because I was so proud. But I figure you're too cool now, so I didn't want to like flush your text. I'm glad you're here. So it's a huge win. Did you guys know that the app is top 10 iTunes utilities? Can you believe that?
In this mirror effect, I can't tell if my hat's straight. Ugh.
Oh, you're fine. Who am I talking with now? Is this a conversation here? What's going on here? I'll just talk about this. Yeah, but Dave's app is top 10 on iTunes apps for utilities.
Kidding.
Top 10.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I looked it up and everything. I think right now it's at 12. Last time I saw it was at 12, but last night it was number 10 on if you look up iTunes apps, and it's in the paid for apps of utilities, number 10, which is insane. That combined with Roseanne and
I can't
Infowars,
believe Roseanne Barr.
this is such a huge win. Dave, you are the man. All right,
Dave just raised the bar, but Gink.
Hey, Crumb, can you tap
put him on?
Lowry in the closet because he thinks he? Oh, hi.
There he is.
I can.
What echo?
Why don't
Do I have something happening?
How about you guys just hang out together in that one? I think we're gonna have Austin come on here anyway, so that would make a nice little quad thing.
Hey, so you've already done? Hey, Dave, have you already done the interview with Roseanne?
I think he already did it, but it airs the 14th. Is what he was saying.
That is
Laurie, get your ass back over in the other room. We're not going to do an hour of does this work or does this work? I'm not doing none of those streams again.
That's what our show is all about, by the way. Like,
I know that's.
Hey, if you want to see more of a fucking shipwreck, come back next week.
Yeah. We even hopped on a half hour early just to make sure none of that happened. What happened there?
It was working fine. It was working fine last week, but I don't know what I did.
How are all these TikTok kids doing it effortlessly?
I can hang out with Lowry out here.
There you go. Yeah, just hang out there. Yeah, that's better.
I mean, whatever. There's been so much tech shit, and like this loft is perfect for broadcasting in, but we just keep running into multiple things. So anyway, she's gonna be hanging around. She'll be floating in and out. What the hell are we talking about? What's going on tonight anyway? What are we talking about? I know what I want to talk about.
Dave called me maniacal, and I took it as a compliment. I don't care what it meant. It made me feel happy in my little happy feeler. Not
maniacal, huh?
Maniacal.
He said maniac.
Maniac.
I took it as a good thing. I felt really good about it.
I know why it didn't work.
Okay, well you can keep trying if you want to.
He's the stepdad I never had.
Aw.
So yesterday,
I think it's really cool.
I had 7 stepdads, so that means a lot.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of stepdads.
Have you guys ever heard of Plato's Cave?
Yes. The allegory of the cave. Yeah.
Okay, so I came across this video. It was just a normal video, and the parallels between like flat Earth movement, is pretty much the same. So basically, the idea of Plato's Cave is that there's these people who've never seen the world. They've been in this cave, and these other people are just showing shadows, and that's their whole world.
Mm-hmm.
And they were unable to accept reality once they got out of the cave and stuff. So I posted, this reminds me just of like flat Earth on this normie video.
Yeah.
And I basically said like, okay, now go ahead and I'm embracing all the shit comments, and there was none. And I'm thinking like, I don't know. It's getting to a place now where people are more and more like, because it's more popular, they're not so quick to just go like, oh no, you're so stupid. There's a little bit less. And I don't know. I almost feel like just in the last week alone, that stock or whatever energy that is has gone up a huge amount.
Dude,
the 100th monkey thing is happening.
Yeah, there's from the Infowars thing yesterday, which we can dive deep into if you want to.
Oh my God! One of his proofs was like,
well, we're gonna do a little watch party. We're gonna watch it again.
But I watched it 4 times, and there's so much in it. Like, first of all, I'm gonna set the standard here. Alex Jones, whether he believes it or not, first of all, he had duper's delight on his face the entire bit. Yeah. All right, he was also either clearly playing sort of a bit part or not, but it was fucking hilarious. There was so much hilariousness going on. I was like, not only is this good, there was a bunch of, like, Dave was able to get in a bunch of zingers. Eddie was able to get a bunch of zingers. And then Alex would come back with these almost ridiculous responses. Well, he straw manned and filibustered the fuck out of the whole thing. But I was like, but something in the, like just from a purely entertainment standpoint, Alex Jones comes back. There's this one comeback. We'll get to it. I don't want to give it up right now, but like there's so much hilarity in it. And it like I think overall net positive for Flat Earth. Like really net positive for Flat Earth. And it's funny.
I have a secret suspicion that before the stream, I'm putting money on this. This is my bet that Eddie and Dave had an agreement to not let Alex do that bullshit, because the way they teamed him, the way they just batted away all of that. Let's talk about Trump. It's just like no. Like it was beautiful, and it seemed like it really kind of threw Alex off.
Eddie was spot on, from a comical standpoint, and then Dave was hitting his zingers just in the right moments, because with Alex filibustering all that shit, you have to really learn how to swim around Alex Jones running his mouth, right? So like you could tell there was some sort of coordinated like thing going on, and I was laughing. I was literally laughing. I wanted to get mad at Alex Jones, but then I realized,
he's doing it on purpose.
This is theater on purpose. And I'm like, and then you get the comedy out of that shit, and the truth still gets in there. Mm-hmm. Like there was a couple of moments where like Dave Weiss landed some bombs, and Eddie Bravo landed some bombs, right? And the pause after those bombs was just enough to get, the average, person that hasn't explored this topic to let it sink in. Whereas like early on in the interview, Alex Jones is like really filibustering on top of everybody. He's like not listening to anything. He's just like, rah, 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 and you've got like,
I want to talk about Trump. This is horrible. Like,
and I was also like, I wanted to be in Weiss's earpiece. I'm like, because he was asking Weiss to talk about Trump. He's like, well, Weiss isn't there to talk about Trump. He's there to talk about Flat Earth, right? And so like Weiss had to improvise on the spot, which is about what, like most of us who don't give two shits about politics, right? We're like, well, I'll give you what I got. And like Weiss gives him what he has. And like, why is Trump asking him about that shit when he's actually going on the show to talk about a completely different topic? So I was like, okay, this is going to get real fucking interesting. And then, Alex Jones spirals into like whatever his entertainment character is. It was so fucking funny. I mean,
okay, here's what I got to say about it. They did a good job at not letting him do that. But here's where it got the most hysterical to me is one of Alex Jones's best. I don't know about this and I don't know about that, but I do know these vitamin pills have helped.
Yeah.
Then the ad
but when I need to get a boner.
The ad flashes at the bottom of the screen like, my best point is my product. And like, did you see that? Like toward the end,
when I need to get boners, these are the pills for me. Yeah,
he's like he's like
I might need to order those. I'm not dissing his boner pills. I'm just saying he used that as like a deflection. At one
you get like Alex Jones might be like
I got one now. Never mind.
Running a circus. He's running a circus, right?
Yeah,
he's like Alex Jones is running a circus. He's that guy. He runs the circus. As long as people are still paying attention, as long as I'm acting like a maybe he's a sage at some point, and sometimes also he's an actor. Sometimes he's a comedian, and you watch him, you're just like, what the fuck are you doing? He's running a circus in Austin, and there's a lot of truth coming out of there, but there's also like, what the fuck do you make of it?
Smart. He's actually being smart. He's doing it the way that Alex Jones needs to do it.
He is clever.
Honestly.
He knows what he's doing.
I mean, because he's so taboo that like it might not even be a good thing for him to get on board with Flat Earth. It might be a backwards thing.
I mean, it's not now. It's happened. It's already passed. It's there now. It's in the ether.
Well, no, not really. He's still like, I don't know, guys.
No, that's not what he means.
Saw Jupiter.
Even Alex Jones's most fucking biggest fans know that he was faking his way through it, or acting, or doing something to move the thing along. If he doesn't want to talk about Flat Earth, or his board of directors or whoever don't want to talk about Flat Earth, it doesn't happen. So that happened. That happened, and it went out, and according to Weiss,
I mean.
I talked to him yesterday. He was like, it was the highest viewership of anything they'd had in a while. I think maybe it wasn't of all time, but it was very high. Yeah, I don't know. I need to get that. I haven't had a chance to actually talk to Weiss, but he texted me. He said it's extremely high viewership, and it went extremely viral. And it wasn't really like, you come straight out of the Trump news that happened. Everyone's wanting to talk about Trump. Trump got convicted, blah, 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 fucking blah, blah. And then suddenly
political theater.
Yeah. And then suddenly it goes to a Flat Earth Hour segment. which was kind of really bizarre, probably for a lot of people that tune in Infowars. They're like, they want more Trump got fucked and all this shit. And they're like, suddenly I was in the Twitter feed, in the Twitter chat, and I was like, oh, these people were like, what the hell is this? What are we talking about here? Nobody knew what actually was going on until they did. I was following the whole chat. Everybody in the chat was like, I don't understand what's going on. Something really important happened last night with Trump. And why are we not talking about this? Even though they were talking about Trump all day long yesterday up until the segment on FE. Well, once the FE segment started, everybody calmed down in the chat, at least on the Twitter chat. I was on there, and everyone's like, what the hell are we talking about? Like a bunch of newbies that had never even thought about the topic.
Really?
It was kind of really smart for whoever's, if it's Alex is making the calls over there or whatever, to just blatantly juxtapose from Trump to flat Earth. Because everyone was caught off guard in the chat. They were all caught off guard. Like, what the fuck? Are we going to talk about Trump some more? We're going to talk about Trump some more? I was like, nope. We're going to talk about something else.
Dude, you talk about Trump. That's all you do. We're talking flat Earth for this hour, motherfucker. We're doing flat Earth. This is long overdue, Alex Jones.
I know.
You talk about gay frogs more than you talk about the fucking flat Earth.
Even Alex
we got to
Jones,
talk about this shit.
I know. And Alex Jones is like, well, I want you, even though you're here to talk about flat Earth, I want you to talk about Trump for at least 5 minutes. Talk about 5 minutes. You know, and you're like, what? You had him on for flat Earth, but you're asking him to talk about Trump. And Weiss actually gave a really good response. What he could, he was like, I wasn't here to talk about Trump, but I guess I'll give you what I got. And then I'm like, what are you doing, Alex Jones? You've totally turned a whole segment into whatever the fuck you want it to do. And then he goes on with these straw mans that were just insane. I mean, maybe I should stop and I don't know if you.
I know, but Weiss, we're gonna go through it. Let's break it down. I would love to rewatch this. I've only watched it once.
Let's just take a shot at it. We don't have to make rules about it. Just take a shot at it, and if whatever.
Well, can I say one thing before you do that?
Yeah,
I think it was a bad idea to go into mud flood and hidden history. I think that was.
I agree. I agree. I assumed that was going to come up. We were going to talk about that.
Okay. My bad. You guys.
No, you're absolutely right. It was almost like a bait to kind of like, you know how you guys ever seen The Office when Dwight actually knows something about Michael Scott's company, but then Jim goes in and starts talking about bees and completely makes his legit thing sound crazy. It was kind of like that. The best example I can think of. Yeah, it was a little off topic because we're talking about the biggest thing in the world here, and to try to add a new thing in there. But I think, for the sake of the stream, it was a huge win. I'm gonna put this thing up here. Oh shit, Austin. Austin's here. What up, Austin?
What up?
How long have you been backstage? I just saw you.
Not just like a minute or two. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, word.
Why don't you put your pretty face on here so I'm not talking to an M?
I'm not ready yet.
Okay.
Let me get prettied up for you.
Okay. I think we're
I just walked in the door.
We're gonna fake our way through sort of watching the Infowars thing and talk about it or whatever. And you can give me your moon shit that you want to talk about because you got some new moon shit you want to talk to me about. So that's cool too.
No, yeah, we're just going back and forth on there. But I haven't watched it, so yeah, I'm down to watch it.
You haven't seen this?
To be honest, I shut it off when they started talking about the Tartaria shit.
It's fucking fantastic. Look, this is gonna be really fun, and there's so much to draw. Just let's get it. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. Crumb, you can fucking run the show. Whatever, we can get into it and whatever you want to do, man.
I love how real Austin is, man. He's just man, yeah, what the fuck? All right, we are going to watch a little of this. There we go. Let's do that.
You know that,
put that on
YouTube.
Can you guys hear that? Did you hear this?
That'd be bad. Don't do that. Yeah, I hear it.
You hear it. So I'm not hearing it for some reason, but I think that's because I need.
That'd be bad. Don't do that. Does anybody
put labels on all?
Here we go. All right. So we're gonna check this out. It's what is it, like an hour here?
It's roughly.
I didn't even know this was going on. I just saw this on Facebook yesterday morning. I didn't even know.
There was so much to take from this. You could go 15-minute segments, and we can go back and talk about so much funny shit. Eddie fucking nailed it. like nailed
He's
it.
he's really good at
Nailed-
keeping it exciting.
He
I
kind
will
of keeps
say.
he keeps Alex Jones in check. Actually, he's like the guy that keeps it's like almost like the court jester that keeps Alex.
He makes
Jones
a lot of
thing.
claims though. Like he's like, oh yeah, that's what the world is. It's clearly electromagnetic. I mean, like
Right.
He's a Trump guy.
he was doing a lot of I know everything kind of stuff.
Well,
And where Dave was very good about, I don't know what it is. I just know it's not that. And I thought that was really good.
Yeah, Maria,
really
you're not wrong. Eddie is a smart guy, but he's still on that whole Q Trump train. Not fully,
Oh
but
God.
he can't let go of it. And which I admire him. At least there's hope there, but I'm not feeling it at all.
I could literally hang out with lefties now just a bitch about Trump. Like they hate Trump for a whole different reason. But
That's so
like
weird.
Isn't that weird? I'm like, yeah, like I don't like him either. I think he's controlled and he's bullshit. He's not good for the country either.
Let's
you
watch a
don't
little
like him
bit.
because the media tells you not to like him.
I know.
But like
You
will
that's
not
fine.
like this
Whatever.
Hey, and by the way, in a proper psyop, wouldn't you have the media pretend to hate him? Wouldn't that sell it better?
Exactly.
Like, how do
Exactly.
people not see that that's like Eddie Bravo was like, yeah, but the media fucking hates him. Well, that's what you would do to sell a psyop. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
They might say the same thing about flat Earth. Maybe they'll
Yeah.
be like, well,
And
That's
they
true.
do say,
That's
they do
true. That's
they
true.
do say that, and like they really do address the psyop aspect of what this is, and what in this interview it actually gets covered, and like the best it's ever been covered. In other words, they cover the Flat Earth Society and that controlled bullshit thing of a disc in space. They cover it really well. I think we should watch this and kind of see how it goes. I don't know. It's your show.
I
Crumb,
think
so
let me say I think that hit their audience. They realize that their audience is over half flat Earth. That their
they
hand
had
is
so many
forced.
numbers.
They
The
need
numbers,
to.
yes,
You know.
yeah. He's like, and again, this is from Weiss. Weiss says Alex Jones doesn't want to talk about flat Earth, and I believe him. He's like, he doesn't want to talk about it. Maybe he's whatever his agreement is with his board of directors or whatever. He doesn't want to talk about it, but he did sit in the middle of them and actually play his character, and it was quite entertaining. There's so much to take out of this. I could do like 4 episodes on this video. We should probably dive into this and look at it. Crumb, it's your show.
let's dive
You're
into
doing-
it. If there's
let's
any
look
way
at
we
it.
can get Dave to come on afterwards and see if we can get any like
My
stories
last
about
section-
like what Alex did off camera.
I
would love to
Weiss-
know like how much his like obliviousness to flat Earth is hammed up on the camera, and what he's open to off camera.
I have Weiss. We could probably get him on next week or something, or whenever you're going again. I have him on the text right now in front of me. He says,
okay.
I am delirious because he's been traveling. I'm going to pass
Yeah,
out in
yeah,
5 minutes,
yeah.
unfortunately. But like, well, we can get him on here and he can but I think tonight would be really useful is watch this video, and there's so much juice in it for fucking ages. There's so much juice in this. So like, let's go. Let's just
All right.
I'm drinking a little bit of a like a sangria spritzer thing here for my
I'm
Saturday night.
I'm drinking coffee.
So every time there's a good flat smack, I'm gonna take a drink, and see where that goes.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look.
All right.
Y'all can drink. I'll smoke.
There we go.
Truth videos, right? Yeah, they'll put truth on every flat Earth video. Why would they do that? Why would they put any?
Nothing. Can't hear
Can you
it.
guys hear that? Okay.
Nope,
You've
nothing.
got an
Yeah, I didn't know
equalizer.
you
in
did
front of
that.
Yeah, what did you do? You put an equalizer in front of his face, and then it just went
Wait.
away.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh wait a minute. You know what? I'm sorry. Shit.
So back it up to the start.
Let
'cause
me
people are gonna wanna
not
see this
do
from the very
let
beginning.
me not do a screen share. Let me do a window share.
Yeah, do
That's
that.
the problem.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
Do that. You're gonna want
my
to hear
bad.
it from the very start to the very end because there's so much juice in this, and there's so much to talk about. Like, get it to the start. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, let me start this over. I realized I was doing over screen share. You guys, I don't want you to see that. All right. Window. There we go. Share the audio. Yeah, I think okay. Go. All right. I'm gonna play it. Like, let me know if you guys hear it.
Okay, I'll let you know. No sound.
Do you hear that?
No sound.
No sound.
Yep.
Okay.
I heard it before though when you had it set up.
Okay. How about now?
Word for word, the
Yes,
history
yes,
of
bye, bye,
Flat
bye.
Earth by Eric Dubay.
Cool.
It won't come up. They'll give you 100 videos of videos. That
I tried to. Let me tell you something.
What about that?
I tried to search.
Why would they do that?
I tried to search Trump Russia to see what they were going to say today on Google, and it wouldn't let me search it.
That's what I'm saying. Why would they do that?
Alex,
why would they do that?
If I looked up for like underwater basket weaving a year ago, I could go to my history and find it. If you watch a whole bunch of flat Earth videos, like some of my videos and other good videos, then you go to your history, it's not there, and it's replaced with propaganda.
Doesn't that make you a little suspicious?
It's
based on all the shit you went through. You fucking went through all the shit. You should be questioning fucking everything. You should throw everything out.
We have a delay. We're on 300 radio stations. You got to only cuss occasionally.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Isn't it weird that no one has circumnavigated south? Isn't it weird that they faked the 24-hour sun in Antarctica? Isn't it weird that there's camcorder, there's webcams in Antarctica where that you can watch the shadows go around, it's going, and then all of a sudden, it skips 8 hours. Every day it skips 8 hours in their summer when there should be a 24-hour sun. But in the winter, they give us the full 24 hours. And when we contact them and say, why are you cutting out 8 hours? They go, we don't have enough bandwidth.
So what happened to Magellan?
They don't have enough bandwidth.
He just went around. What about Amelia Earhart? She literally went around the world. If you walked around Austin, does that make Austin a sphere?
Damn.
All right, let me start.
How about
that was the first zinger. That was the first zinger. But this is actually a pre-recorded segment from later in the segment, right?
Yeah,
So
that was just kind of like a little intro there. So that's good stuff. That's a good. That's towards the end actually. So it hasn't really started.
So
yet.
what we do is this is basically like a foreshadowing of the episode. They do this at the front.
I'm glad they got David Weiss when they realized they need to cater to this truth that they got one of the best.
But here's the thing, and the one thing I want you guys to focus on this video.
You can tell he's being pressured to do this.
Yeah,
it
well,
just looks like
he's being triangulated.
Like there's people behind the scenes who are flat earthers. You know what I mean?
I would bet that half of the fucking production staff in that place is flat, right? So like they actually, you saw some of them. They put some flat Earth graphics up in between, and of course, Alex Jones says, "No, I want the globe." Going behind on the big screens for everyone. And then Weiss, like immediately it comes up. He's like, you really think that's real? That CGI that's up on your screen behind? Anyway, keep that in mind as we move forward in this, because this is very important. There's so much juice in this. Okay, I'm out. I'm done. Quit ranting. Play.
All right, let's see.
Right. Yeah.
The endless documents from NASA and the military, when they're not even talking about flat Earth or round Earth, they're talking about calculating the motion of missiles and high altitude aircraft. When calculating, because it's got the trajectory and the speed, it's got to be perfect. The number one rule, document after document after document. The number one rule, if you want the precise calculations of the motions of missiles and high altitude aircraft, you have to assume we're on a flat, non-rotating Earth. You have to assume that the crazy conspiracy theory that we're on some flat Earth is real to get the right numbers.
While other networks lie to you about what's happening now, Infowars tells you the truth about what's happening next. Visit Infowars.com/show and share the link today.
Look at that big, beautiful globe right there.
CGI.
I can't believe you think that's real.
Oh, God.
I can't believe you.
Listen, I love you when you come to town. I love you to death. And I love challenging the system. But Eddie, Trump has been convicted of this fraud.
Look at that right there.
World War III. They're announcing they're going to start bombing Russia with U.S. weapons. And all I said this morning is, I said, you're coming in. Can you at least talk a little bit about Trump, the politics, the world, and then we can talk about, the Easter Bunny stuff.
The Easter Bunny stuff.
Okay. I'm being mean. No, Eddie wants to tell you the big secret: the world's
this is
flat.
just a boomer getting triggered.
And he's got
Flat Earth Dave.
He's got Flat Earth Dave, folks, one of the biggest flat earthers here with us. Dave Weiss, flatearthdave.com. So fine, just tell the big secret. It's all flat. They really beat him.
Well, the thing is, when you look for flat Earth, it's like looking for truth. You're not going to find it on Google. You're not going to find anything.
I think challenging the system's good, but just humor me. Give me your take on Trump, your take on Russia before we go into the worst flat.
I don't really follow a lot of that. I listened to what you said.
It's got to be easy, though. It's we talk about flat Earth all day, nothing else.
I think that the entire system's rigged. It's all fake, and it's a complete and total mess. And
I think when you're being lied to, that's a reasonable response.
We are being lied to, for sure. We're being lied to about everything. And NASA, is what tells us that the Earth is a globe. You're showing CGI pictures. The globalists lie about the globe.
Well, I've got a big telescope I've had since high school, and some others, and I can look at, I can watch Jupiter turn. I'll drink a 6-pack of beer. I can watch the sun with a green lens.
Hold on,
I'm
wait a
looking
minute.
at it through a lens. It's not a.
Why did he say while drinking a 6-pack of beer?
I mean, it's the same story he has said when
this is character. It's his
when
character.
Austin was talking
why?
to Harrison,
Why?
it was the same thing. And I've heard him say this before when Eddie was on. It's his go-to. When I was with my dad, I looked and I seen Jupiter. Earth is a globe. Okay.
Like while I'm kicking back 6 beers, like what? Like that just makes him sound even less. It's like he's it's weird.
Also, Crumb, I'm sending you something in your email. You're gonna get it. It's gonna take a little bit. It's a big
email.
File. I sent it to email. Weiss just sent it to me in between the breaks, so we got a little extra juice that we're gonna look at what happened in between the breaks. Let's keep going on this because there's so much to talk about on this.
Which email? Don't follow Crumb.
I sent it. Don't follow Crumb. So this is something that happened in between the breaks. Weiss just sent it over to me, so I'll get that out. But keep watching that. There's so much in here. He's playing a character. He's got Duper's Delight on his face.
The sun.
Are you looking at Earth?
Can you pull up Jupiter?
Are you looking at Earth?
No, but the issue is, as above, so below. Here's the deal: the universe is forming. It's explosive. It's heating. Everything goes into a globe, just like metal sprayed into the wind that's molten goes into little spheres. So all I look at is I'm seeing spheres out there.
Right.
And so are you saying Jupiter and Saturn are not round?
I'm saying that they appear to be round. If you could, anything in the distance will look like a sphere. I have a video of a train in the distance, and it looks like the sun. It looks like the moon. But when it comes to you, you see that it's square.
How are they rotating then? How do I look at them myself?
That's actually a really good point that I never thought about. Like, that's very true. If something's far away, it's just going to become a sphere. I never thought of that.
Bro, I think they are round. I think they're round.
They appear to be round. But they're just lights. They're just fucking
Saturn
lights.
doesn't look round.
I don't
Saturn
think
looks
all
like
of
its
them
own
are.
thing. I don't know what the hell Saturn is.
They're fucking
it's okay
lights.
though. It doesn't matter. Like, who cares if they're actual balls in the sky? They're not the Earth, you know. Like,
Does that mean that we
none
have
of those
rings
are-
on our planet too? Because Saturn does, you know, like
it doesn't
They may even be spherical. Like that's kind of
No, I know it doesn't matter. I'm pointing that out too. It's like
so dumb. Like the distances they're talking about, like to be able to see that kind of resolution at the distances they're saying is just stupid. It's ridiculous. You know, it's like that
really
the Crow 777 stuff of the hydrogen telescope stuff. It's like to get that resolution from a ground-based telescope at 93 million miles away is just absurd. It's retarded. It's dumb. Right.
Yeah,
so we're
not
trying to figure out
happening.
what the fuck it actually is, you know, like, you know, Austin, you're looking at shit right now. Like it's right there. It's local. It's local. Anyway, I want to stop me from
Yeah, but
ranting.
that's a go-to.
They're
That's a
orbiting
go-to
and they're
for
in
them,
orbit.
You know.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're
Like,
looking
that's
at the
just
lights in the
conditioning.
ceiling.
Oh,
Does
you're
not
telling me that's not round. Like no one said anything about any other thing being round. Like we're talking about the Earth, and
Yeah.
people can immediately go to the sky. You know.
Yeah.
It's because they're stuck in that heliocentric model still, and that's common. We all did it because we're thinking, how is that possible? We until you like detach from that, it doesn't make sense.
The beauty of this segment is they do explore exactly what you're talking about, Crumb. The disc and space mixing both models together. They address it. It's the first time I've ever seen it on a big platform. They did it and covered it, and like that's the one thing we needed to escape from. The mixing of models, which is like the big deception, mixing heliocentric with a flying disc in space. So anyway, that's it. Enough. I'm ranting so much, Crumb. You got to cut me off. Let's
dictate the shape of the floor. No one has ever seen a star anything other than a point of light in the sky. I had access to a major telescope in college for 4 years, looked at all the things. If you look at Jupiter and Saturn, it's a light. It's small. It's close. We don't know.
So you agree with Sheila Jackson Lee that the moon is a translucent plate?
No, I don't know what the moon is. I know that it's not what they tell us. But if you look at the moon,
I mean, okay, we'll get to that. Just can you give me your take on Trump and nuclear war? Let me ask.
Hold on.
Nuclear weapons don't exist.
Did we land on the moon? Yes or no? That's a no.
I mean,
That's a no.
I think
That's
we're
a no.
showing some fake stuff.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You think we landed on the moon? For real?
Yo, that boomer getting
Be honest.
triggered.
You think we landed on the moon?
So you think Starlink's fake?
What's that?
I can prove it's fake.
So how does my cell phone talk to people in China?
It does work. I'll tell you exactly how it works. A cell towers are all over the earth, and the higher they are, the bigger of a radius they have, and we go from tower to tower to tower, and that's how the technology works. If we had towers that were a mile tall, they'd have a much bigger radius, right? So when you have a satellite phone that is in an area where there's no cell towers, what's it connecting to? Is it connecting to a little satellite that's flying 200 feet, 300, 400 miles above us through space? Where's it getting its power from? How is it staying? How is it following the Earth as it's corkscrewing through space? What it's connecting to is airplanes. Airplanes have the power source. They have the equipment. I have Wi-Fi in the airport. I was uploading videos on my flight to Austin, right? It connects to an airplane. It either connects to another airplane or down to a tower, and now you're connected. You use all the
So you don't believe
satellites are on?
And I can prove that Starlink.
They have blimps too. No, we're not denying that's there. You're saying there's no satellites.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
They're on balloons.
Such a straw manner.
But have you seen the Starlinks go across the sky? I have. The trail of them, right? So when you look at a 747 up at cruising altitude, 5 miles, can you see the engine? You can't. It's very small, right? You can fit 30 Starlink satellites inside that engine. So that's how small a Starlink is. If you doubled the height of that airplane to 10 miles, you wouldn't even be able to see the airplane.
No, the reason you're seeing them is they're above the horizon of the Earth with lights on them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter because the angular size is too small. Those Starlink satellites are 350 miles.
Real quick. Like, one thing's for sure is that Alex Jones is used to being the head honcho over there.
Yes.
And he is a man. He is a human. And his ego, I mean, he's still a human being.
Yes.
Right now, he's experiencing extreme ignorance on live camera, and that's something, you know.
Yeah.
So we're watching that happen, but let's. I'm trying to just really be there for Alex Jones.
Yes.
And say this is a win. This is a good.
Hey,
because he will come around.
Tell me I won't get an Alex Jones tattoo.
I mean, like,
Oh,
honestly,
man.
we might be looking at a guy who is very prominent and amazing at his craft for a boomer generation.
Exactly.
And
He
we're at the
speaks to
edge of-
them.
We're at the edge of his imagining of like what we kind of understand because we came up after them. We're Gen X, right? He really, truly doesn't know how to speak to it. So he's creating a character. I don't want to stick up for him. Anyway,
And he knows his audience. He understands the emotional capacity of a boomer, which is much harder to face these truths.
Yes.
So he's keeping them in mind. And if he started being like, "Oh, I'm a flat earther now too," he's gonna leave. He would leave a lot of his followers in the dust, and to a place. And that would probably be not a good thing. He's doing it.
So you believe you believe he's not. You believe he's who he says he is? Like,
well, okay. So this is from.
Obviously he's Bill Hicks. I mean,
asked,
no, that's not what I
right.
mean. That's not what I mean.
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Rico. I like this is just from Weiss, who was just with him. Weiss is quote unquote. There's nothing else I got from it. He said he doesn't want to talk about flat Earth. He literally just quote unquote. Alex Jones does not want to talk about flat Earth.
Well, he shut down his crew over it. Remember?
Yeah. So like you've got like I don't know. Are we facing a boomer gatekeeper sort of thing?
No idea.
I don't think so because like Alex is actually letting people come on his show to do it. So like I'm kind of walking it back. There's a lot of comedy in this. Like keep it going.
Okay.
So much comedy.
I know. I keep stopping.
So much juice. Yeah. We're good.
Miles away. You think you could see a school desk at 350 miles?
All right, we will cover this, but you guys before you came on, I said,
"Oh, you got him."
Give me, you don't have me. I know. I mean, I'm just totally focused on Trump being indicted, convicted, and World War III. But let me guess, there's no nuclear weapons, right, Eddie?
Absolutely not.
100%.
No, I've heard this before. I've been around a while.
Well,
so there's no nuclear weapons. So
that's meant for fear. It's meant for control. This is all.
So there's
about
what real technology is there?
Oh, there's big bombs. They stack TNT at ground zero in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There's video of troops stacking TNT at ground zero.
Wow, the U.S. had invaded Japan. And did that. Wow.
War is a theater. That's why they call it the theater of war. They're all working together. There may be some rogue states and some stuff going on, but all of this is combined.
Well, I get challenging and questioning everything.
Sure.
But so the Trump indictment's fake too?
I don't know. I think they're really going after him. I think if Trump gets in office, that their plans might.
But everything else is fake. Everything's a theater. How can it be Trump's?
No.
My answer was I don't know.
Nothing, Alex. Come on.
I just nailed it.
There's no nuclear weapons. There's no satellites.
I love how you're playing devil's advocate to make sure that you're not labeled as a flat earther. I don't give a shit how I'm labeled. I'm sitting here and I look at globes, orbs in my own telescope. You guys look at Earth.
I'm on Earth. It's kind of hard to look.
The fact that it's a debate.
Kind of hard to look at my own ass.
The fact.
My own ass.
Of motherfucking thousands of photos of Earth from space.
Yeah. No, but for me, it's like the Jew obsession. All the Jew bastards who would say, Jew.
I didn't say none about no Jew.
No, I'm saying it with the flat earthers. I said, can you even talk about Trump and the conviction?
I talk about Trump all the time.
No,
I talk about Trump.
I know, but not on my show, because it's all we're going to prove. We're going to blow them away and expose the flat Earth.
No, it's not that. I love how you're setting it up.
I'm asking for 5.
You're staying safe.
No, I'm not staying. They'll get me.
Haven't you talked
Believe
about
me,
Trump for the last 8 hours?
The system would love it. But the system would love.
More Trump. Okay, Trump.
Hey, wait.
5 minutes of Trump. Just do that.
Just finish up. Let me finish
Trump
the point
real?
that you made. You said you brought up nuclear bombs, right? If anyone wants to prove that nuclear bombs aren't real, there's crow777radio.com. Check out their no nuke session. You watch that, you'll know it. But here's the thing.
Well, my family's dead now. That was in New Mexico
die all the time.
When they had the Geiger counters. They watched them explode.
There is big explosions. There is radiation, but there's not.
Okay, Alex, tell me, can you tell the difference between a nuclear missile and a conventional missile? Can you?
By the detonation, yes.
Oh, how?
Because if you only got 1,000 pounds of plastic explosive, it doesn't blow up a whole city.
So you can look at an explosion and go, oh, that's nuclear and that's not nuclear?
Absolutely.
Alex,
you're the only one.
After Hiroshima and Nagasaki, 3 days later, the trains were running.
Hit a pause. There's
down
so
and all
much
that
bullshit
stuff.
that came out of that last just like 5 minutes.
But they're talking to the guy who was calling a certain event, bogus, but he's using the same terminology that gets used against him when you bring that absolute topic up to people. Oh, you don't believe people? It's just crazy. This guy, the way he's
talking about Smandy Schmook?
Austin, he's playing.
Eddie straight up called him out, bro.
Eddie
called him out. Eddie called him out, playing safe. He's scared of that shit.
Yeah.
He's getting pushed. He knows his audience is majority flat. He has to keep up with the times, and he has people behind the camera telling him so. Listen, old man, you got to keep it up.
And Austin,
what's going on?
Exactly what you said. Keep that in mind moving forward. I'm sure you've seen this whole thing all the way through, but it comes out even more shining. You haven't seen it? It shines.
I watched one segment, and it was a segment about Tartaria, so I shut it off.
Dude, Austin, you're spot on. It just gets amplified more and more and more until it's so entertaining. I could not figure out if it's Alex Jones being a genius to try to get this topic up and out with his group, or he really truly is a boomer that's blocked off, and that's the best he can do. That's the extent of Alex Jones. We've pushed Alex Jones to his limit, and
they are exposing him right now.
I know, but just what you said, Austin, is very correct. Watch it go on. Okay, sorry, no more rant.
Yeah. All right.
The sandwich shops were open.
Let me ask you guys, how is AI working? How is it 1 trillion times faster than it was 10 years ago? Is that made up too?
I think they had it. I think they had it 20 years ago. They just never told us.
They have that technology, but not all the others.
It to us. They're releasing old.
Eddie, you've sent me stuff where you show buildings that have built in the West, and you claim they're 1,000 years old, they're 100 years old.
That brings us to Old World Order.
Old World Order.
There's a documentary that just got
this
released
is the part I started watching,
and it's going to change the world.
You can find it at flatearthdave.com.
No, I've seen it. It's whatever. You guys are great fiction writers. You guys just come up with the most spectacular.
Alex, can we watch the trailer? It's 1 minute. Can we watch the trailer?
Yeah, tell them what's the name. Yeah.
Daria has it set. Can we watch that trailer, Old World?
All right, a part of me kind of wants to skip over this, but
no, don't skip
we just
before I can say what I want to say? Can we say?
Should we address the elephant in the room?
Yeah.
Can we address the elephant in the room and get it out,
bro?
Never call me an elephant
with the
again.
bad. Okay, here comes the bad.
Okay, what's the elephant?
Worst film Hebler's ever made. I just gotta say, absolutely.
but we need to watch it because we are discerning people. Let's watch it all the way through because this, I'm telling you, there's so much juice in this. Don't listen if you don't believe in.
I'm talking about an old world order. The little side.
If you don't believe in Hitler's film, it doesn't matter. Listen to what Alex Jones says in the background of when he said he's going to show the trailer. That's where the juice is. So go.
All right. I'll put it back.
World order. It's going to change the world.
Because I told Daria, we will.
This is connected to Trump. This is all connected to Trump.
Stop.
This is all connected.
Oh
to
my
Trump.
God. We will play it, but I want 5 minutes on the Trump conviction.
5 minutes?
Still won't do it.
No, I'll do it. I don't know a lot about it. I think the entire thing is a complete setup. I think that they want their cronies in office, and I think that Trump, maybe he's in the club, but he's not who they want in there, and he's going to win. He's gonna win in a landslide that's gonna hopefully override their ballot fixing.
So Dave, I think Dave just was like, I know the audience here, like
he didn't
Trump
even
is
go
bullshit,
but
he
wasn't supposed to go in.
Said it perfectly.
Yeah, he did great. He wasn't supposed to talk about Trump. Alex is asking him to talk about a subject that he didn't come in there to talk about. So Weiss had to make up shit on the spot, and I think he did a pretty good job. You know,
listen, he does great. I would have lost it already, dude.
You're walking into like the head of the I Love Trump fan club here.
Yes, of course.
You know, you gotta be careful what you do because you want the point is to get people to think about flat Earth, and that's always the number one thing, and that's always the objective.
Have you noticed his filibustering? The filibustering is so crazy. Like he filibustered almost 35 to 40 minutes of the interview, which was supposed to be about flat Earth. And he keeps like pivoting back to like Trump, back to Trump, back to Trump, back to Trump, back to Trump. You know,
I know.
Alex is like working his audience or whatever. Dave did a pretty good job like doing that. Again, I'm going to stop right now.
I will bet money that Dave and Eddie were like, right before it went on air was just like, we're not going to let this motherfucker derail shit. We're going to flat smack.
And
I
correct.
guarantee.
You're correct. You nailed it.
I guarantee it. They just were like, no, we're doing this. That's my guess.
It was like an NFL huddle.
Good guess.
Yeah.
Good guess. Watch it as it goes forward. I promise you, you're right.
They're in the red zone.
Kind of agree with that. So, Eddie?
What was the question?
Talk about the
how flat is the Earth? How far can
you know what I like about Trump is when he goes, I love that shit.
That was before you're about to kick some ass. You do that, huh?
That's my favorite part. I love Trump. You know me. Hey, listen, I was on JRE. I was on JRE in front of millions of motherfuckers, and I said word for word, Donald Trump is the greatest president of all time.
No, I got it. So I'm asking your view on the conviction.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. You know, is he going to jail?
I mean,
that's a no.
That adds to the thing that that it is staged because this is going to destroy them.
I think this is all part of the awakening process. This is how you awaken society. If it takes 16 years to indoctrinate a society, ideological subversion, all that shit that Yuri Bezmenov was talking about. If it takes 16 years, it's got to take a bunch of years to deprogram people. And I think
sure. So let's.
I'm a devolution fan.
Awesome.
I'm a believer.
Right, so let's get the preface, both of you. 5 minutes from Eddie and 5 minutes from you.
Now it's 10 minutes. We're already 2 minutes in.
No, I just said give me 5 minutes. You gave me 2 minutes, and I moved on. You just at least did one thing I asked. Just did, you know.
We did. We talked about Trump.
Okay. So my thing is a talk show. It's not like I don't have a topic we're going to cover. Give me the flat Earth hypothesis.
That the Earth is a level, non-rotating plane. All measurements of Earth measure a level, non-rotating plane. All measurements of the globe are assumed. None of them are real. The radius was falsified, and if you falsify the radius, everything else falls apart. Right? You can't have a spinning sphere with high-pressure air adjacent to a void of no pressure without a container. And people say, well, gravity is holding the air down. We can prove that that's not the case. You know that gas violently fills the available space, Alex, right? If I had a box that had no air in it and I opened it up, it's violently going to fill with air, right? And if I was in a room, if I had a box with air in it and it was in a room with no air and I opened it up on the top, the bottom, it's going to violently fill the air. It's going to fill. But in space, somehow after a big bang that a Jesuit priest made up, all of the things just start accumulating gas.
Okay, so this is the crux right here. What Dave is talking about here. This is the immediate crux of the entire argument, and I'm just going to say that now. Keep playing.
All right.
Starts collapsing upon itself. How much gas do you need before it collapses?
Well, it's centrifugal force. If you spin like a glass of wine, you can turn the wine glass upside down. It doesn't come out.
Right, that's because centrifugal force, but we're not talking about it. How much? So gas will fill the available space and equalize. That's what wind is. It's air just trying to equalize. How much gas do you need before it collapses and turns into a star?
So I'm looking at planets orbiting.
Oh my God!
They're around.
We're talking about.
Here we go.
But then here we're different. So what are we? So if we go over Antarctica, we're suddenly what's out there? A whole nother.
We don't know what's out there. And that, you know what's funny? There's two things that all of the countries that are at war agree upon. They agree upon you cannot explore Antarctica independently or the North Pole, and they agree that everyone has to get to.
And you know that's true because you wanted to explore Antarctica with me, and you found out.
I said if you're ready to go,
and your crew found out you can't go.
Yeah.
Well, they take it like one spot.
Yeah,
they take it in one spot,
and you're in the South Pole.
And they lock
can
you
I
in
say
your
something
tent
real
from
quick?
10 p.m. to 8 a.m. You have to pee in a cup. You're not.
But you got to come on camera. Nope. I can't hear you unless you're on camera. Sorry, brother.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to be on camera. No, not for a minute.
Shut down.
It's all good.
Shut
I
down.
don't want my boy on camera. And
Wow, thank you for the gift membership, Valley Parks. Thank you. I appreciate
my
that.
4-year-old's running around naked.
So
Oh, wow.
Where we're at right now is this is very important, guys.
I'm running around naked below camera.
So I want to say something here because it was pretty interesting. They bring up this Antarctica stuff because there's this channel called, oh man, now I forgot. I think it's Flat Water.
Flat Water, Flat Earth?
No,
Something
not
like
that one.
It's a flat end, or there's one I just discovered too that's like
or water flat
word or where's my phone?
Flat Works maybe, right?
Flat Works, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fucking great channel. I just found it too.
I found them through
Excellent channel, right?
Globebusters
So,
last week.
Yeah, there's he was translating some of that Urbano Monte map from the 1587.
Yep.
And found that there was even an Antarctic treaty going on then.
Like 500 years ago?
Yeah, the ships at the gates of like outside.
Yeah,
the circle.
7 different kingdoms. Yeah, 7 different kings.
Same thing. It's like there were sailboats back then guarding it. Now there's warships guarding the same thing, right?
I got into a big fight with my coworker, Austin. You know, my ex co-host. I tried to bring that up, and it caused. It wasn't pretty. But go ahead.
Thank you so much, Valley Parks. I just want to say that for gifting those memberships out. That's huge.
That's cool.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Valley Parks.
Yeah, very
Valerie.
cool. Thank you.
We love you, Valerie.
Anyway, so we're at the crux of it right now, and like there's a lot of zingers in here. Pay close attention as we go along here, because you're gonna watch Alex Jones, number 1 for Duper's Delight. Watch his face. Number 2, watch how they're playing this out. It's very constructed. It's very, very well done. For 3 people.
Not even allowed.
Yeah, go ahead. You can start it. Yeah, it's fine.
To go outside your tent.
Because of the seals.
They're
penguins. The penguins. We don't want
you to see that in December and January, when there should be a 24-hour sun, that the sun does set. Because if the sun sets in Antarctica in December and January, then the Earth is not a globe. There are many, many tests that we can do that.
Well, I've been in Northern Europe and seen the sun not set.
Well, there is a 24-hour sun in the north.
It rolls across the top.
You can go in the north.
That proves flat Earth.
It proves flat Earth. In the north, you can book hundreds of trips that say, yeah, come here and you'll see the 24-hour sun. There are 0 places in the south that will tell you that you can see the 24-hour sun.
So explain that to me.
Because the sun on the flat Earth, the sun goes around.
Do an overhead shot. He's pulling it up.
Yeah.
Overhead shot.
Overhead, I can do it like that. All right, perfect.
Oh, nice.
So the sun goes around the Earth.
While they aim the camera, what's this thing you wanted to play earlier?
There it is, right there. Yeah. There it is. There it is.
So the center is the North Pole. The sun and the moon and the stars all circle around the North Pole. So if you're in the center during the summer, see how the sun is close to me in the summer? It never gets far enough to set. But out here in the south,
so this is real.
When I use this app, I take the clock part off usually, which I asked Dave personally. I asked him how to do it, and you push the thing in the corner.
I mean, here's the thing, like Crumb, like when you're talking about the actual cartography or the map, it is a working model. We don't know.
No. I know.
We don't
It's a
know.
fantastic thing. I'm just
Yeah.
surprised he didn't take the clock part off.
Well, he had
when
he
did
had
this.
he had an hour to do it, and Alex Jones filibustered about fucking 60% of it. So, but there's
No, I know. I'm not. I'm
so much juice.
He
So much
did
juice.
fantastic.
Yeah,
It's really
David
a
did
space
awesome.
station.
It's not a space
Easily
station.
sits
We
in
live,
It's an some kind of electromagnetic
Dielectric
machine.
plane.
We're in a fucking machine.
yeah.
You are a machine. We're nanobots in a machine. We're in an electromagnetic torus field. That's what Earth is.
Alex, the reason they do this is
That's when I thought he went a little too far. He got a little like, this is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know about nanobots.
Eddie's like he's that guy. He's gonna be that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy.
That's the character he's gonna play.
Wait.
But continue.
Yeah.
It's like this is
But yeah,
My
Toroid
God,
field,
that's
definitely.
the number one reason.
Everything's
All
vortex.
wars, what do they fought over? Land, resources, and power. What if they're hiding 10,000 more continents? That's a reason to lie.
Okay, this I don't understand why this came up. This is
this
weird
one?
to me.
No,
this
yeah,
makes no
me
sense
neither.
to me. Come
no,
on,
look at it.
what is
Look
going
at
on
it.
here?
Look at it. This is one of my favorite memes of all time.
What? This is
Look at it.
this is a stretch.
Look at it. Look at it.
I'm looking at it.
very closely. They have to do things in plain sight. They have to do that. That's part of their charter.
They could at least
look
turn the
that
map
much
a little bit.
But look
It
at
doesn't
don't
look
you-
that much like
don't
the
you
same
think-
shape.
Don't you think it's just a little coincidental?
No, I don't. I think that's very. That's very. That could easily just. They don't look that much alike. I don't know. I think I don't understand the point of it. What's it trying to claim that the brain is this fake Antarctica?
Truth in plain sight.
What's the truth? What? What
If
what
they
am
want,
I missing?
They want to control your mind. What's the last patch they would put on their cartography?
I'm gonna start pinching you every time you interrupt.
I'm not trying to interrupt. I've been telling Crumb to like.
No,
tell
I'm
me you're
actually
not-
curious. Is there something I'm missing here? I think this is such a stretch.
No, this is not a stretch. Have you seen the picture of Pluto where Pluto's face is actually on the planet of Pluto? Have you seen that one? Have you seen the picture of the dark side of the moon pass in front of the Earth CGI? And when you stop the moon right in the middle of the Earth, it looks like a clown face. We're being clowned. We're being clowned at every single corner.
I'm
this
just
is one of
saying
those.
that I just don't think this is a giant leap here.
Okay, we can agree to
this on
disagree.
the screen.
We can agree to disagree, but that's what I think.
At this
I think it's a great
point
meme.
in the broadcast, to be like just to put this up is strange to me. I don't know. That's all.
Okay,
But
keep
I don't
going.
know.
We'll agree to disagree. That's all right.
So maybe it is round. This looks flat here. It's bigger.
No, well, we have observations. We can see too far on a globe. You have no matter what the size is, there's a limit to how far you can see. Then there's a physical horizon. We can see magnitudes beyond that horizon. We can see mountains 700 miles away. That means there should be, from the altitude that we're seeing them using their math, giving the globe every benefit of the doubt, the tops of those mountains should be over 50 miles below a curve, but we can see them. They're all there on the same line. They're all refracting up and staring there at the same line, or maybe the Earth is just flat. Okay? The proofs are there. There's things that fall into three baskets. Works on a flat Earth, works on a globe Earth, and works on both. Nothing goes into that middle basket, ever. I offer 3 Bitcoins to any of your listeners that can come up with one globe proof. Just go to my website, flatearthdave.com, watch the videos on the crash course.
I knew this would be all flat Earth today. That's great. All I'm saying
But
is,
didn't you talk about Trump enough? No, you haven't. Didn't you? I just heard you going off on Trump for an hour.
2 hours.
You want more? More Trump?
But he's our savior.
a lot of people tuning in.
That's my only. I wish if I had a fucking Donald Trump and like Jamie Foxx's Donald Trump. I wish I had that. I'd be like doing Donald Trump all day for you. But all I got is that's all I can do.
He's gonna save.
What does that mean when he does that?
Can you imagine?
Why do you like that?
Because every Donald Trump impersonator, they got that down. They know it's very important that if you're going to do a Donald Trump impersonation, you gotta sneak in a couple, like every couple.
So what does that mean? He's doing that.
That's his way of thinking. You know.
So
Alex,
real quick, Dave just
Crumb.
sent me a video on Telegram. I kind of want to play it. It's just
You have a
30
video,
seconds.
and I have some context on that video that he sent. He sent it to me too. So like,
Okay,
let me.
I'm gonna
let me while we're pausing on this, let me read what Dave sent me, so you have some context, and you can play the video that I shared with you. I think you have the same one. So this is the video is during the break. This is from Weiss, quote unquote. I just sent a green video of Daria coaching me on how to deal with Alex, telling us he doesn't want to talk about flat Earth. Okay, this is another line. Edited to quote unquote,
oh my God,
I just sent a green room video of Daria coaching me on how to deal with Alex, telling us he doesn't want to talk about flat Earth. So like that's what we're going to look at. That's what the video is we're going to look at right now, which you have in your email. I think you have on Telegram. Let's go to that, and then we'll go back to the.
I'm dying to see this.
Juice in this thing. So much juice. So good. Go to town. Go to town.
Let me just put this there. Oh shoot, that's right. Bing,
That's what's
ding,
going on. He's
ding,
being
ding.
forced. He's being forced. This is awesome.
Oh man, this looks. I haven't heard this yet, but just looking at it on this looks amazing.
What's up, Doc? Dr. Backhassward.
Doc back ass.
Wakey, mofos. Don't want to be the last ones out there to find this out.
Don't be late to the party. Don't be late to the party.
Gonna make funny.
All right. Give me a second, guys. I need a producer here, but
yeah, get a producer. Where's Hot Dog?
I need a producer.
You're doing great. I'm having a good time.
Where are you? Emily, come on, Emily.
I see some people in the chat said they're having a good time too. So
they having good times?
Oh yeah, we haven't talked to the chat. We should say hello to some people out there.
Yeah, you guys have no idea what
music coming from. Is that?
Who's that? Where's that music coming from? Is that background to you?
Hey, baby, can you turn it down some? I'll mute.
Oh, there you go. Let's just say some hellos while you find that video.
I found it. Okay, here, then that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Showing on the screen.
Dave, just don't be afraid to voice your, the stuff that you need to say. Okay?
You need to take a straight shot, brother.
We got some vodka.
Going downhill very fast.
Oh, that's definitely to interrupt and say, okay, hey, here's what the point is.
Oh, I'm great at interrupting. I will. Eddie, don't be a pussy. Talk about flat Earth, all right?
What if I start saying we're giant idiots? I would like something so even.
I'll be mad.
Yeah,
I'll be mad.
Oh God,
yeah.
I'll be all.
I'll start spreading rumors that you're gay. Donkey versus gay.
Oh damn! I gotta see that one more time. Hold on.
Yeah, watch it again.
Voice your, the stuff that you need to say. Okay?
You need to take a straight shot, brother.
Wait, pause that for a second, Grum. Pause it.
All
Pull
right,
it back.
all right.
Pull it back to the start. And I want to look at what's on the wall behind Daria.
It's a mirror.
What the fuck is that? You see it on her fucking right shoulder?
South.
The fuck is that?
No, that's a compass.
Oh
That's
yeah,
in
north,
their green
south,
room.
south.
That's in their green room.
All the way around.
That's in Alex Jones.
That's Alex Michaels' new shirt.
Green room.
Behind her.
There you go.
Behind
There you
her.
go.
The stuff that you need to
There
say.
is a
You need to
compass
take a straight
road
shot, brother.
that says south.
Tip the bottle back, homie.
Yeah.
Just don't be afraid to
It's all going downhill
Okay.
very fast.
Wait a second. I'm actually surprised that they got to wear graphic shirts on air like that, because usually you're not supposed to wear anything that has any lettering or logos or anything like that when you're
This isn't on air
on a platform.
No, this is the green room. This is the green room.
I know it's a green room, but he was wearing that same yellow shirt.
Don't you find it interesting
Dave
that there
was
is a
wearing-
the south thing going on?
I do, but I also find it interesting.
I wonder if Dave put that there though. I'm just
production.
curious.
I mean, it could be. I don't know. I'll find out. Okay, here we go.
Say, okay, hey, here's what the point is.
Oh, I'm great at interrupting.
Keep the discussion.
I will. Eddie, don't be a pussy. Talk about flat
Dave,
Earth,
did
all
you put
right?
that there?
Fuck yeah.
What if I start saying we're giant idiots? I would like something so even.
What the fuck, Eddie? Damn it. Why did he say that? That changes everything now that he was like, what if I brought up, fuck flat earth, let's talk about Really? What are you doing, Eddie?
Like he's being a show businessman. He's like, I'm just going to talk about whatever. Like,
yeah, concave earth is not the thing. That's a joke. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think he knows that.
He's just like, fuck yeah, Dave. It's just like, oh yeah, I'll be mad. That's fucking bullshit.
I just got a new text in from Dave. He said, I gave it to Daria. They are for sale in the shopping section of the app. So apparently Dave sold it to them and they put it on the wall. So
okay,
the highest donator from the last trivia got one of those.
Yeah, I love that shit. I mean, it's like, well, that's how we navigate. So let's just
got a black 18-incher.
Anyway, so we got that now. We got that for context. We got that for context. Let's go. If it's your show, Crumb, but maybe go back.
Let's go back. Well, it's my show. Yes, it is my show, everybody.
That green room.
Oh, it must go my way here. No, let's go back to where we were. Now that we have a little context, I can't believe he said concave. What?
Concave is like whatever. It's like the water still seeks its own level. So like concave, whatever. It's just like a fucking basin. We live in the Antarctic basin. We're in the fucking. You know what you are. You know where we're at. We're in the fucking the most horrible part of like the whole section. We're in like the, we're in the bad neighborhood of the bigger neighborhood. We're in the bad one. We're in the worst one. We're like
we're on like Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard of fucking conspiracies.
Yeah, we're totally like yeah. Anyway, whatever.
All right, let's go.
That's my favorite part of Trump.
Alex, the reason they lie about the globe,
the flat Earth, Eddie.
They're hiding the fact that once you see the flat Earth, you unplug from the Matrix and you know there's a creator.
I mean, I could actually believe that maybe it's even bigger than they're saying.
It is.
According to the math. Okay,
so it is round though.
Okay, so maybe who knows? But according to the math that NASA gives us, the Earth is 25,000 miles in circumference. That's the numbers they give us.
So you're saying we're rats? We're rats, literally in a little cage.
We're in a prison lake. We're not a disc floating in space. That's bullshit. So people think we're not a disc floating in space. We're not a disc floating in space. We're in a fucking lake, and there's probably a bunch of lakes. I don't know. I'm speculating, but we're in a prison lake. It's a machine.
Yeah. We don't need to speculate what's beyond Antarctica to prove the Earth is flat, but it is interesting. There's tons of evidence. There's old books, the smoking.
Old books. So why do I look at planets myself and they're rotating?
Because there's a light in the sky, and I think the moon's round. I think that Jupiter's round. But when you look at Jupiter, it's as bright as the sun. It's just small, right? So if you were on Jupiter,
that's because the sun's hitting it.
Well, the sun is reflecting off of Jupiter, a gassy planet, which isn't very reflective. But think about this. If you were on Jupiter, you're 4 times farther than the sun. That would mean the sun is 1/64th of the size that we see it from Earth. So that tiny little sun is lighting up those gases. Those gases are reflecting sun 250,000 miles back to your eye.
So Sheila Jackson-Lee is right. They're actually light bulbs.
I don't know what they are, but they're lights in the sky. The only thing that you can say about the wandering stars, aka planets, and the stars is that they're lights in the sky. We don't know what they are. All of the planets are named after gods. It's very strange what's going on up there. I make no claims on how far or how big they are, but I know that the heliocentric model.
No, it's as above below. It's just like
water's above, water's
an atom with electrons around it.
Page 1 of the Bible says that the God separated the waters from the waters and created the firmament. And the firmament is where the stars are in the firmament. And think about this. We're corkscrewing through space, traveling 4.5 billion miles a year, never to return to where we were before. 80% of the stars are in binary orbits, which means they go like this. So we got a beehive of stars. Never once have 2 stars crossed positions because of parallax. Never once have any 2 stars ever crossed position.
You can see the Big Dipper all year round.
Yeah.
Explain that. We should be seeing different stars every night. Every night there should be different stars.
Every star. But here,
our movement's so much smaller around the sun compared to that.
Okay, listen. According to NASA, we're spinning in 4 directions
at once
that you can't even see. We're spinning. We're spinning. You always feel spins. When you're on a plane and you're going straight, you don't feel like, oh, we're on a plane. We don't feel nothing. But as soon as you start turning, you feel it. You feel the spin, and it doesn't end until the spinning ends. So as long as the plane is spinning, you feel it. You don't stop feeling spin like you're in a carnival and you're in that spinning thing. Like after 1 minute, you don't stop feeling the spin. You're against the wall. So NASA tells us we're spinning 1,000 miles an hour on our own axis, and we're spinning 60,000 miles an hour.
So
listen, let me finish. So we're spinning, let me just finish.
Ridiculous.
We're spinning 1,000 miles an hour on our own axis, 60,000 miles an hour around the sun, and the sun is spinning 600,000 miles an hour around the center of the Milky Way. And the Milky Way galaxy is spinning 1,000,000 miles an hour. We're spinning,
that is ridiculous.
We're spinning.
I knew what I was
according
gonna
to NASA,
You guys
according to
can't stop.
NASA, we're spinning in 4 entirely different directions at speeds you can't even see, yet we're still as fuck. Yet you believe we're spinning 600,000 miles an hour. You believe that?
All right, so let me raise this. It is like an airplane where you're flying along at 600 miles an hour.
I'm talking about spinning.
Oh my God!
When the plane starts spinning, do you feel it?
Let
When
me
the plane
talk.
starts spinning, do you feel it?
Flat Earth, it's amazing. We're really breaking the chains here.
I cracked them.
You cracked me. It's all over.
Guy, man.
So you're telling me that the communist Chinese and the Russians and the U.S. it's all staged.
Yes.
They're all covering up.
Yes.
They're all covering up the flat Earth.
They know part of controlling your masses. They want to steal the
Divide
money.
and conquer.
Steal the tax money. It's the easiest. It's all
NASA
about
gets
stealing tax money.
$80 million a day, Alex. $80 million.
You got to do tax money. They just
You gotta
issue
have
the
a
money.
space program.
Let me talk. It's okay.
Space program to launder money. The space programs are to
They
launder money.
print the money. Why do they need to launder it?
You're right. They're just taking it from us.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This is really great. Eddie, give us your flat Earth hypothesis.
I think Trump is a flat earther secretly. How about that? And so is Donald Trump Jr.
I think the Earth is actually
About
Donald
them,
Trump's
Obama
butt.
knows. Obama said talked about flat Earth 8 times during his presidential
Tell me about it.
speeches. In
Then
his
he gets
speeches, he
excited.
says, we don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society because that's where they want you to go. That's where they straw man us.
Yeah,
right?
the Flat
Because-
Earth Society is fake.
Yeah, because they want you to go there because you go there, you spend 5 minutes there, you'll never look at Flat Earth
So,
again.
hey,
No Flat Earther believes any of that. No
pause it for a
Flat Earther
second.
believes.
This is really important. You can back it up like a two seconds from this is extremely important future moving forward is the mixing of the models, the heliocentric model mixed with the geocentric model. This is where the deception really occurs and where it crosses over. It's really important. That picture that we're looking at there, this is how they control the minds of everyone. This one. So that's it. Anyway, go ahead.
When I had Dave on my stream, he sent me to like this, like it's apps so I could pick the right time. And it specifically says, do not do a thumbnail with this. And I thought that was smart because so many, people use this as like thumbnails, like, oh, this is what flat Earth is and stuff. And just this picture alone, like how stupid that looks. Look how dumb that looks. The water's flying off of it, like it's constantly flying off for billions of years. So it never runs dry. It's
dumb.
It's so
it's
dumb.
So stupid. And what they did was they just
and there's a sphere in the picture to let you know how dumb you are.
Yeah. So they have a sphere. And
then there's
flat-
the moon and the sun.
It is really literally it's a psychological weapon as a picture that they fire at people. And you look at that thing and you're like, oh, that's dumb. But they mixed up models. What they did was they mixed both models together to motherfuck you. That's what they did. That's exactly what they did. And it's so nefarious. We look at that picture and we laugh at it and we have a good time with it. We're like, that's so dumb. That picture right there that you're looking at is so nefarious that I want to burn it. I want to put a flamethrower on it, that thing.
I know.
But this it's important because this is when people first hear flat Earth, this is where their brain goes. Well,
Right.
it's not really their fault.
By design.
But that's kind of where, like, when you first entertain it and someone says it's flat, that's where they're like, oh, they must think this. And then it takes a lot of work to be convinced. Not convinced, but like then you have to like work with them and mold this into something else. But for the most part, this is where the fertile brain goes after the indoctrination, and it needs help from it. Yeah.
Hey, Crumb, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Back it up.
I'd love to.
It's the only model they know.
Back up the video with Alex Jones about 20 seconds and just clip where he tried to pronounce hypothesis. No, trust me.
Should we make a song out of that?
Absolutely.
Yes, we should.
No, back it up and find it. Find it.
Okay,
Trust
it's
me.
got to be around
Flat Earth
here.
hypothesis.
I found the right time here. They've been drinking some
million.
You got no tax money. They just issue the money.
Space program.
I had the perfect moment.
The space programs are to launder money.
Print the money. Why do they need to launder it?
You're right. They're just taking it from us.
Yeah. All right, guys. This is really great. Eddie, give us your flat Earth hypothesis. All right, guys. This is really great. Eddie, give us your flat Earth hypothesis.
Here from us.
Yeah. All right, guys. This is really great. Eddie, give us your flat Earth hypothesis.
I think Trump is a flat earther secretly.
Oh, this is just too good.
How about that? And so is Donald Trump Jr.
I think the Earth is actually Donald Trump's
Obama
butt.
knows. Obama said talked about flat Earth 8 times during his presidential
Tell me about
speeches. In his speeches, he says we don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society because that's where they want you to go. That's where they
flat earthers secretly. And so is Donald Trump Jr.
I think the Earth is actually Donald Trump's
Obama
butt.
knows.
I'll do a
Obama
song
said
later,
talked about
but,
flat Earth 8 times during his presidential
Tell me about
speeches. In his speeches, he says we don't have
where
time
were
for a
we?
meeting.
Right here?
Vascular system
Oh, here we
is
go.
under attack.
It does. That's
Wait, I need to know what those are. I need to buy those. What were those?
Hold on, I know. Let me get my credit card out first. I'm just gonna put in. I'm gonna put in 11 of my credit card numbers and see.
All the other
That's the biggest lie of all.
It's
That's
like
the biggest lie of all.
Juju. It's
Go
another one
to
of
the
the
crash
things.
course on flatearthdave.com. Watch those videos and make up your own mind. Don't believe anything I
We
say.
gotta go to break. Your cardiovascular system is under attack. Everybody knows it. And I've got in my hands 2 products that are absolutely insane when it comes to what they do for your body and your overall health. One of them is the highest grade fish oil you can find. Everybody knows
I like
how
that
good
beat,
fish oil
Crumb.
is.
I like that
It's
beat.
as good as it
Go with
gets.
that beat.
And when you purchase it at Infowarsstore.com, you support the broadcast, a 360 win. And then, of course,
Oh yeah, I like that. Get that. Get that shit. Get
a whole
it.
bunch of concentrated natural compounds that
Oh, yeah.
clean out your blood and clean out your cardiovascular system. Everybody should be
Hypothesis.
taking both of these products at Infowarsstore.com. And both of them, by the way, are 40% off for a limited time. Now, the sale's going to end in about 2 weeks. We've already sold out of more than half of these products since they came back in. But if you want to get Ultimate Fish Oil and Nitric Boost for 40% off, get them both today at Infowarsstore.com. I want to thank you all for supporting the broadcast. I want to thank you all for spreading the word, because without you, we are nothing. Another time.
5 million?
I love Eddie.
Dude, we'll take 85 million out the door. Sandy Hook families offer to settle Alex Jones' 1.5 billion legal debt for a minimum 85 million. Give us 85 million, we're good. Hilarious. Because they know they're not getting shit. They know they're not getting shit, right?
That's hilarious.
They know they're not getting shit.
Guys, please.
That's so funny,
Okay,
dude.
let's go to the next.
Your producer asked about circumnavigation Magellan.
No, I asked them.
Yeah. Go for it.
No, but let's go back. We'll do that. Let's take your stuff one piece at a time.
Way to do it.
So there's this big thing I've seen for 10 years on the internet where they claim like, oh, the United States had giant cities all over it, and these buildings you see that are built, even though we can know when they're built, it's on record, the newspapers are built, those don't exist. So there's a new documentary out. You're telling me about it.
Can we see the trailer?
Yeah, we'll play the trailer. And then meanwhile, I've got like family diaries from 200 years ago with describing fighting the Indians and all the stuff. But you guys are saying it was like Metropolis is right where we're at.
We repopulated the earth. All of these cities were here, and then
it's like Westworld.
We had horses and buggies next to these giant buildings.
Horse and buggy
Old World Order.
technology.
You can find it at flatearthdave.com. There's a big banner. Just click it. It will change your life.
Okay, great. And it's just boom. Like it's just boom. The United States was one giant city. None of the family diaries are right. None of the people passing information on. There was nothing here. Except pure cities.
That's an all or none attitude.
Pure cities.
There's lots of truth.
No. None of these buildings were built. They were built thousands of years ago. Okay, so let's play the trailer. Here it is. Here we go. This is total.
Hibbler.
There's a lot of architecture in the world today on every continent of buildings that are much larger than you would think people of our height would build.
Cities in America that look as though they were constructed in medieval Europe.
The outside's incredible, but the inside is built like a palace.
I'm not sure if there were even any schools of architecture back then.
How did they know how to do this?
We're at the pinnacle of our civilization now. This is the best it gets. The best we've ever done. Look at the quality of these walls.
Now you'll go through a neighborhood and every home looks the same.
Had we known we're going backwards, everyone would be pissed.
As an architect of 20 years, I like to look at a building as telling its own story. I'd like to say that stones don't lie.
I get schizophrenics for not making movies.
It was built in a year.
The history that we've been told is a lie.
I would have
I'm glad you rejected the system.
make something so massive.
How did they build that beautiful building? Was that building here longer?
I feel like the building was here already.
What was actually in the towers? What kind of technology was up there?
These buildings were built by the prior civilization.
A beautiful, easy, graceful method of travel flushed down the drains.
No more airships.
And they have to lie to us about it. They had to write the storybooks. We learn about one fire, the Chicago Great Fire.
There were fires in every major city.
Burned to the ground.
It's impossible for any stone building to be burning down.
What's being kept from us.
Oh yeah, stone buildings never burn. Oh my God.
It must have been.
Oh
There's
my God.
literally been a cover-up in history more than one way.
Oh, the humanity. So the paradox is the system's lying, so now we believe nothing.
No, the system is not lying. They're telling the truth. They tell the
Stone
truth about
buildings
everything.
never burn. Stone buildings are full of tapestries, full
This
of
might
wood
be a good
girders.
time to pause
They
it,
burn to
Crumb.
the fucking ground, Eddie.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so because I think Austin wants to talk about this because I think there's a really, really big friction in the community about this stuff, and I'd like to just engage Austin on this because I'm looking at architecture that's in all continents, and it looks like it's on all continents, and you can't build that stuff with horse and carriage. So, Austin, what say you?
So that's where the term horsepower came from, was with horses. And we use that now with engines because originally we were using horses. We use that to build all these magnificent things with cranks and horses, just like we did with the railways. And I think a lot of people should go look at people who are more versed in this topic, like Iwaranon, who got everyone hooked on his original videos, who has now backtracked, and then Wood and Nichols and Bushwhack Buffalo or something like that. He's another one. They make some very valid points. All right. And humans could do amazing things. We had glass blowers. Like when you were building these magnificent structures, you would hire one person to come do the amazing glass work, right? You had amazing glass blowers. You would hire someone to come do the masonry work, wood makers or carpenters, all that stuff. Now, then with the Industrial Revolution came in, all those skills went away because everyone turned into button pushers. Okay. And then everything came out assembly line, plastering it all, putting it together, right? Cheaper style. So I think people did build those things. Absolutely.
How do you rectify? How do you, I guess, come to your own conclusions in your mind of an exact piece of architecture that looks the same in multiple continents? How do you come to that? That's
right.
That's
so
really
I'm not an expert on that, but I've went and looked at things and seen people who I would think are experts in it that talked about actually there are some little different details in a lot of them, like the ancient Gothic cathedrals are different to the ones like later in the 1600s or something. There's some in the 1400s that look similar, but they have different styles that I couldn't really tell the difference. I have no experience in that, right? But Crow's had people on who could tell the difference.
So
and then here's another thing I want to say. So the people he had in that movie have ridiculously been debunked by other people in that community who are now being called shills or agents or AI. But from my perspective, who personally I like to keep it honest.
Are you talking about Iwaranon right now?
Yes, and Wood and Nichols.
Yeah, Ewar had to retract some of the stuff he said.
Yeah, but
he retract his whole documentary that gets spread around.
Right. Sorry,
So,
go ahead.
if I were to make,
I didn't mean to interrupt your train.
But Alex, have you watched any of those videos though?
I watch everything. I look at everything. I have no dog in this game. I don't care. When I look at things, when I look at pictures, even Nicole, she'll say, I'm not even sure that picture is real. I'm not even sure that they haven't photoshopped this thing. But the one thing that's just got me a little bit buggered is that you've got these structures that are magnificent structures, and they didn't bother to pave the road leading up to build it. And that's where I struggle. Austin, I'll be honest with you. That's where I struggle. I'm like, I don't understand how
they didn't pave a lot of roads. They had wooden pavers because they had horses, and it was loud noises when the horses.
You didn't have
look it up. That's a real thing.
Come
on, a lot of when you go look and you see a lot of the old roads. You want to finish what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying, Alex.
Got it. I'm with you. Go ahead.
When you go and look at a lot of these older roads that are built on top of these newer roads, and you get on those other ones, they're like, oh, look, it's all brick pavers. Look. Those bricks are actually made of wood. Because back in the day, they used wood because they were going by horse and buggy. And the horses had horseshoes on. And because when they were using the actual bricks and, their concrete or whatever, it was louder and it was harder for the horses. So, the wooden pavers was a thing.
I will respectfully disagree with you on this. I just don't believe
that's actually a historical fact.
Yeah, it's a historical fact, but because it's on record. Because it's on record.
Yes, it actually is.
Because somebody wrote it down and printed it.
Here's the thing, though. My only point is that a lot of those.
Wooden roads actually paved the way for a lot of things to burn up in cities. Which the reason why a lot of cities fires were started was because of mercury vapor, because they were experimenting with photography and flash, and then it just ignited.
Okay. Let's just back it up. Let's back it up.
Can I make one point?
I don't have a dog in this fight either, bro.
I don't have a dog in this fight either.
It's
very strange that they built these fucking things all over the continents, and they're the same. You see the same joints. You see the same columns. You see the same everything. It's really weird to me. It's really weird. To me,
but, just like anything, though, like architecture is something you discover, and people will start to figure out what works. And there's a tribe that, on an island right now that has never seen humanity. They figured out bows and arrows. How? I mean, they never.
But bows and arrows are very different than giant marble columns. It's very different. Very different.
But I mean. The one argument that really bums me out about this whole thing is they act like people were just so stupid back in the day, and that's not the case. I mean, men inherently need a purpose. It's part of our DNA. We live in a culture now where there's just too many things to do and everything is on the assembly line, like he says. But imagine being at a time when there really wasn't much to do, except somebody's decided to make something amazing. If you put all your energy into that, we can do it. And it's not like what we make today is our best. That argument that it was in the trailer is stupid. This is the best we can do. This shitty rundown building.
Giants.
No, that's just what we do because the economy, that's what works.
What's your take on the big doors? What's your take on that? Like giant doors. Like, why would they make a building with a giant door that's like 30 feet or 40
maybe they
feet
used to have things that needed to be wheeled in, like Trojan horses and shit.
Some of those doors also have door handles that are humans that are our size on those big doors as well. And then I also want to add, they also had airships at that same time, but you've seen the doors on those airships in that documentary. They had to duck in them doors to get in the airships. So the airships were made by the humans, but the buildings were made by the giants.
There's a.
I'm actually agreeing with you. Actually, Austin, I'm agreeing with you on that. Like, I'm actually of the idea that there were taller people constructing this architecture. That's just where I'm at. I literally don't give a fuck about whether
in Long Beach.
Whatever.
In Long Beach, there's an area called Midget Town. There's an area called Midget Town.
In Florida.
It's like folklore, and it's because there's this little area in Virginia Golf Club area, and there's one house where the doorknob is low, and it created this entire myth that this area is where like the midgets from Wizard of Oz live. It's completely been. This was the first conspiracy like locally that I debunked like in high school, and it's all because of this one guy's house in this cute little area has a little slightly lower doorknob, and I'm just saying like our imaginations run wild.
So let's do this. Let's do this. I think this is really smart. I think there's a really challenging debate about this old architecture. Let's let it go. Let's look.
Hold on, Alex. Let me say this.
Yeah, okay, go
Tony
ahead.
in the chat just said in Sorrento, Italy, they still build with donkeys because they can't take cars up the hills. All right, I just want to throw that out there. And then also,
is that weird? Isn't
Sean
that weird?
Hibbler. No, that's where the term horsepower originally came from. That's
I know the etymology of the whole thing.
Like they're very strong. They're like you can see videos now. The strength of horses, what they can pull now. So I think they could pull massive amounts of weight if you had a few of them. But let me say something else. Sean Hibbler, never met the guy, but I like his work. Amazing work. Amazing, absolutely amazing documentaries. Right. I don't even want to say the name of one of them because it's so good, and I know YouTube doesn't like it. But just a bunch of great work. This one, it's definitely one of his worst ones. All right.
So you think like well, we're gonna find out in the next year, because I know our community breaks down this shit in a matter of fucking seconds.
That's why I love this community, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I love you guys, because we literally go right down to the bottom of it and figure it out. I
felt alone. I had that opinion, and I saw this. I'm like, man, I gotta watch that video again because I just saw a bunch of people just kind of just saying speculative stuff. And I'm like, I don't get it. So then I went on Facebook today and people were talking like, I'm like, oh, thank God. Because I'm like, I don't know.
Did you see my meme?
Yeah, that meme was like, that was brilliant. It was exactly. And
between that and Terrence Howard is like, you got to take the good with the bad. We've had some major wins lately. Dave has been killing it. All right.
Yeah,
Dave Weiss, absolutely killing it. All right. We can't win them all, guys. We can't win them all.
We can't win it all. But you know what, Austin? Like your work with the moon and also Crow 777's stuff with the sun is like all the answer is right there. You can't get that sort of resolution from an earthbound telescope. It's a hydrogen telescope that he shot through. I trust Crow 777 above all else at looking at the sun. He's getting that at 93 million miles away. You really have to ask yourself that very simple question. Nobody knows how long 93 million miles is. You don't get that from an earthbound telescope in a heliocentric position. You just don't, right? And like when he published that thing, that's when you and I, Austin, started talking about it. I was like, okay, so we're dealing with some things that are local. And we're trying to figure them out.
We're learning, dude. We are getting closer to it. I really, and I get it. We can never get to these places, but just doing more observations, literally, I feel like I am getting to a better understanding of what might be happening up in the sky. I still don't know what they are.
When I was out at the eclipse thing out at, and we were talking, it was like, it's not a fiery burning thing, fucking nuclear furnace out in fucking Disneyland bullshit. I was like, I could see how they had manipulated the little flares that are coming off the side of. No, there's flares coming off of the sun, but they aren't fucking nuclear burning bullshit fucking explosions off of a fucking star in the middle of a vacuum thing.
But to catch that myself still, like when I caught that myself, it's like, okay, I had to reevaluate again. Okay, what's happening here?
Dude, we walked it back. Fucking several times. I'm like, holy shit, it really does look like this. It looks to me like artifacts. It looks to me like plasma artifacts.
Plasma, yeah, definitely.
And I know you guys, what you guys are talking about is super legit. And there's a part of me that's pissed off that I have to learn this stuff from you guys. Like, this is big.
Let's just keep watching. Let's keep watching.
No, but
I was just like,
it's so true though. Like it's such a grassroots thing just to actually get to the fucking bottom of things that we've been lied to. And that's why I love to be surrounded by people like think like this. But it pisses me off that how much money goes to like this kind of research, and it's just, oh, here's some bullshit. Anyways, let's go back to this.
By the way, we'll go back to this. And like, by the way, everyone that's listening here, I love the shit out of you. Okay, go.
Oh.
What temperature does stone melt?
When the girders collapse, it falls apart.
The stone girders?
What? So stone.
No, there's wood girders in those.
Stone melts with fire?
You guys, let me just say something.
No.
I'm glad we're doing this because this is complete mental illness. I have the family diaries of my family in Virginia and in Georgia and in Tennessee and Alabama coming and getting Mexican land grants. My dad has in a safe 200-year-old, 170-year-old Mexican land grants. There was nothing here. We had to fight the Apaches, or the Comanches, to literally build this. There was nothing here. And then you sit there and say, because architecture used to be more beautiful, which is true, that it was built, and then you say airships were around for thousands of years during the break. That's crazy. No, airships, because they didn't have enough helium. They were full of hydrogen. When the Hindenburg blowed up, they were too slow, so airplanes took it over. Are you saying airplanes are fake?
What?
Airplanes?
What the fuck was that? What kind of straw man was that? That was so
you told me during the break they're a scam.
How the hell did we end up at
straw man?
The Wright brothers. That was the Wright brothers story is hilarious.
Yeah, okay.
So airplanes are fake now. Okay.
Jesus Christ. So
the buildings
are you saying the U.S. Capitol's 1,000 years old? Tell me what buildings are fake and who built them?
We don't know. I'm not making any claims. We can show you, though. They said this building was built in 1850, and there's a picture of it in 1790 with 100-year growth on it.
So that somebody made in Photoshop?
Oh, everything's Photoshopped now, right?
No, it's on record. They built it in a swamp there. They built the U.S. Capitol. It's on record.
Besides Old World Order, there's a channel called My Lunch Break.
Oh, my God, a channel. How old is the Empire State Building?
I have no idea.
Oh, you're just saying it's all built by somebody else, but it's not.
There's pictures and videos of airships.
Okay, are you saying the Taj Mahal? Tell me right now which buildings were built before.
I don't know. I make no claims other than the story that they tell us doesn't line up. There are videos of giant airships connecting to the Empire State Building, to the Eiffel Tower, to other towers.
There are videos of Donald Trump eating shit. They're fake.
Okay, so they're fake?
Dude, we built North America. They built in the Renaissance, and before that, the big cathedrals that are gorgeous. The fact we're not caring as craftsmen and not and with air conditioning, they made buildings big and square to cool them.
Here's what I say. Go watch these videos, watch these movies, and make up your own mind. Don't just listen to us because we're just talking about stuff here. I don't have all the facts. I don't make any claims. Dave. Watch these videos and figure it out yourself.
This is a serious mind virus. I'm going to ask you a question. How do they fire cruise missiles from a ship and 1,000 miles away, shoot it down somebody's chimney?
Everything is fake.
The ground positioning system.
All fake.
GPS.
It's a ground positioning.
Yeah, because the Earth is spinning and wobbling. You got air. So the Earth is spinning and making all those motions that Eddie was describing before. And somehow a satellite is mirroring all of those in space. How does it do that?
Mathematics.
Mathematics. You know, they had the
mathematics.
They had the Alex. They had the Lorentz system.
The same way. The equation. The same way with a cell phone can encode a voice. And do that. It's the same. It's
Alex.
Compression.
They had the Lorentz system here when I was growing up before satellites, and then it did everything that GPS does. And all of a sudden they said, "Oh, we got satellites in the sky now," and they just put a graphic overlay over it with cartoons, and that's it. And they call it. It's all done by satellites. It's not done by satellites. Satellites, if you actually look at it,
nuclear weapons aren't real. All the buildings we see, we didn't build.
All the buildings, we said that.
Yeah,
Did we say that? All the buildings?
No. I'm saying what buildings were built by somebody else.
You said we just.
No. You're saying nothing was. Tell me what buildings were built when and by who.
Well, I don't remember them off the top of my head, but go watch that film. All the information's been done for you. It's all been organized.
Oh, I see the photos where it says a cathedral is really 20 stories deep and there's really something under.
Image right here.
Some of them
sorry,
are,
but this.
I agree.
Yeah.
Pause,
Crumb.
Can we keep these two topics separate, please?
Like, yeah, pause, Crumb.
I know. All right. Isn't flat Earth enough? I feel like it's the most important topic.
Did you see what happened?
Did
you see what happened?
No sprinkles.
Like Alex filibustered about 60% of the interview. He filibustered it. He just kept talking over. And then he asked Dave to talk about a subject that he wasn't even supposed to come there and talk about, which was Trump. So Dave really did the best he could do to describe what he thought what the situation was with Trump. That wasn't what he was there for. He was there to describe, a level stationary plane. That's what they did. And this is the game that we're all up against. All of us that are listening to this. This is the game. You have to be able to play it. You have to be able to, I don't even know how to say it. Like Austin, you know it too. It's like you got to walk through. Alex Jones obviously is a boomer, and he's also, he's a very advanced boomer. Like most of the boomers I know suck. Alex Jones is actually a good boomer. He tries his best to fucking force through it. You got these outliers, which is Dave Weiss, who's also a boomer, but actually he's somehow escaped his MK Ultra shit and can talk about this shit. And then you got Eddie Bravo over here making comedy.
I think also Alex was using, because he thinks that's so ridiculous, that he was just using it also as filibuster, and just because he was making comments even during that one video where he's throwing the globe around, where he's like, yeah, Biden's president and the earth is flat. Like, he's just trying to like pin ridiculous things to flat earth. And he thinks the whole building thing's ridiculous. So I really wish we just kept that fucking separate, because I have to agree that thing it's ridiculous. So
yeah,
flat Earth is just, I mean, honestly, the best thing for the community, in my opinion, if flat Earth really is your baby, like in this, your horse in this race, I think it's big enough and important enough to really just focus only on that. And to be honest, I remember flat Earth, these channels pre-COVID was really like that. And then with COVID happening, it was like, okay, well, this is kind of a big deal. Let's talk about this too. And ever since then, it's kind of been like, oh, I guess we're just a topical bunch now. But in reality, like this one topic is enough for me. And now that, all the other stuff, I couldn't agree more. It's, I don't know. I agree.
I think, again, like Crumb, like you said it best a long time ago. You're just like flat Earth is the always, every time, all the time, everything that you're walking around in. In other words, like the thing that we're walking, I think it would be really, really important for us to understand the place that we live, where we're at, how we walk around or ambulate through this place that we live in. It'd be really important to understand that first before anything else we're even getting up to.
It's the biggest one.
Where
it's
are
the
we?
biggest one.
Exactly.
But adding another topic just muddies the waters.
Yeah, it does. I know.
Even if it is something I agree with, it just throws, because he's already losing his fucking mind over the flat Earth. Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's like if you go to a restaurant, if they only serve one thing, that's going to be a really good thing. When you go to those restaurants, they're like, we got pizza, we got Chinese food. Like, it's all starting to be shit and losing credibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like this community, I mean, we all got here because of flat Earth. We know a lot about it. We went down the rabbit hole. We all understand it to a very extreme level. It's given us a little bit of a hubris because we found something out so profound and so grassroots and early. It's given us a little bit of I don't know, like a little bit of a grandiosity when it comes to
actually, you
topics.
brought up a really good point there, Crumb.
I base it off my this is what I do to myself. I think, would I teach this to my children? And then if I say no, then I think it's a waste of my time.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah, and honestly, Austin agree totally with what you just said. Crumb,
where'd Rico go?
Well, I mean, she's right here. She's hanging in there.
Rico.
Rico.
Good night, Rico. I think he just went to bed.
Rico just took off. Oh, later, brother.
He had to fade out. But here's the deal. It's like we now have this. I guess we signed up for this. We signed up for something that we didn't know we wanted to sign up for, which is like we got it. And like
okay, wait.
You know this. Crumb and I have talked
on.
about this for years.
Wait. Can I just say something? Can I say something, please? Because you keep saying that we signed up for this and we chose this.
We did.
But yeah, we did. But Earth is this place where you go to and you incarnate and you keep making mistakes over and over and over again. And if you don't learn those mistakes, you're not going to fulfill your karma or whatever that you came here for, which is one theory. There's tons of theories with Catholicism to religious to like Buddhist and all of those things, but like the whole 34 counts and the 7-Eleven and like all of these numbers with all of the Trump stuff, you don't make that stuff up. That stuff, is it a coincidence that there is 34 and 34 this and 34 that? Is anybody, you know what I'm talking about?
Maddening. Yeah, that stuff. I even if it's true, it just spins me too much. It's like I start seeing numbers everywhere, and I'm like, do I really have to put all the puzzles here?
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean, I agree with that. Like when we had Steve Falconer on, and with Alex Michael, like I was talking flat earth stuff, and he was saying, that's your guys' thing. My thing is viral, deception. And, at first I was like, how can that be? Flat earth is so much more important. And like in my mind, I'm thinking that, and I'm like, no, I guess it just is to me. And everybody kind of has their little, their area, but
well, I mean, Crumb is like, it's like we walk around in this world, right? We're all walking around in this world, and
it's flat earth for me and you and for everybody.
Yeah, it's like we get this is it, you have to understand what you're walking around in first before you can get up to all these other, I guess, great things you're going to get up to. But you have to know where you're at first. If you don't even know where you're at, the whole thing is fucked. If you think you're spinning, if you think you're
I think knowing where you're at's important, but I think it's more important. Not as more important. It's just as important to not. Like, I think before someone wipes their history away, they should look into their history. And because, I found some history of my family that, if I were to go along with this documentary, then I'm canceling out all of that. So, and I don't think my history's fed to me by some controller. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this topic comes along with canceling a lot of culture across the world and chalking it up to one people. Indeed. That's kind of crazy.
The way I look at it, just like you said with your kids, like I look at it like when I die, and like if like say you die and then you're up there or whatever, down there or whatever, but you get to unfold all the deceptions, all the mysteries that happened during this life. The one thing that would piss me off the most is to be up in heaven and looking down and it's a flat earth. And the entire time I thought it was this other thing. I'd be like, motherfuckers. The whole time I was just in a dome. And
I know,
like,
right?
Everything else I can be fine with. I don't.
Yes.
Yeah, everything else I'm like, the CIA killed Kennedy. I wouldn't be like, oh god damn it. I don't care.
Who gives a fuck? It's like
who
really
gives a fuck? Even like these buildings, I don't give a shit. But the fact that my grandparents, when they lived their whole life thinking they were on this spinning ball and could have just like died and looked and then like got looked down and was like, oh, I was just in this like, beautiful created thing for us the whole time. That means that their whole paradigm, their whole way they looked at the world was completely askewed. And that makes me mad. And that's why flat earth matters so much to me.
Million% agree. Million% agree.
If you die and find out the truth, that on that subject, that's something worth looking into. I don't give a there's so many things I don't care about that, and no one's questions, oh, who cares? I got to go to work tomorrow. But the one thing that like, it's so strange to me that obviously it's not, because it's so big. And that's why like Alex Jones is so elusive right here, like, or aloof. He's uncomfortable. It's too much.
By the way, speaking to that, Crumb, let's play the rest of this, because like everything
let's do that. We got off topic here.
Everything we've talked about will lead up to the rest of this interview.
We got like
everyone that's listening to this, you will get exactly what we're talking about. So go.
Wait, before this is just a rhetorical question. Like, would you rather die and find out the truth?
I'd rather know about it right now.
I want to know about it now. Yeah. If it's for something like that, I don't.
But then you want to die. Because the only way you can find out the truth is if you die.
No,
I'm just saying, if that's something that like happens when you die, if like that's like a luxury that we get when we die, like we're able to like like receive all the answers.
Can't handle the truth, bro. You can't handle the truth.
What?
Austin, I love the shit out of you, dude. You're fucking one of my favorites.
I love you too.
Let's play this. Play this. Play it.
I think I can handle it.
Play
$1 trillion, and you're defending that system?
Yeah. No, I get it. Because the system's lying doesn't mean whatever we make up is real.
That's a good point.
You don't think we know that? You don't think you're telling me something I just? Oh my God!
Hey Eddie,
I just figured it out.
Hey, let's
Alex,
keep going here.
We see
so
too far.
Just because they have
see too far
communications relay systems on blimps, they've never denied that. You said they banned blimps, they didn't. There are also satellites that are 20,000 miles away.
How do you know that?
How do you know that?
How do they
synchronous?
Mirror all? The Earth is orbiting, chasing, and spinning. How do they stay geosynchronous? How does that one satellite stay over the Earth while the Earth is curving through space at crazy speeds in 4 different directions?
Because it locks into gravity in one spot.
Same reason the moon
spot.
Gravity, Einsteinian gravity or Newtonian gravity?
Well,
which one?
Newtonian gravity was expanded in a unified field theory.
So it's the bending and warping of space-time holds the satellite in space, right? What is the bending and warping
of space-time?
That's
one of the positives of the whole
You don't
operation.
know shit.
Or electrostatic?
No, you just know that the public has no scientific knowledge, so you can write fiction and claim, oh yeah, Easter bunnies come out of Santa Claus's ass, and that's how it all works. No, you're saying that a bunch of these buildings were built thousands of years ago in North America. And
He just took it to a whole new level, did he not?
Yeah,
he just got ultra triggered right here. Hold on.
I know, he's so
he turned into like
boomer triggered.
Einsteinian gravity or Newtonian gravity?
Well,
which one?
Newtonian gravity was expanded in a unified field theory.
So it's the bending and warping of space-time holds the satellite in space, right? What is the
bending and warping of space-time that's one of the positives of the whole operation.
Oh my God.
Or electrostatic?
No, you just know that the public has no scientific knowledge, so you can write fiction and claim, oh yeah, Easter bunnies come out of Santa Claus's ass, and that's how it all works. No, you're saying that a bunch of these buildings were built thousands of years ago in North America.
Look at Eddie right there.
No, you just know that the public has no scientific knowledge, so you can write fiction and claim, oh yeah, Easter bunnies come out of Santa Claus's ass, and that's how it all works. No, you're saying that a bunch of these buildings were built thousands of years ago in North America. And yeah, in Ohio and places, there are a bunch of pyramids, and we know that built by the fucking Aztecs. What I'm saying to you is, no one's denying in Mexico City there isn't a big-ass pyramid. No one's denying there isn't. No one's saying that didn't go on. These buildings are on record being built, and you point at them and say, that wasn't built by us. Well, then who built the airplanes? Who built all these new cities? Who built all these systems? Who did? No, we're doing all this.
Alex, there's lots of things on record. You believe everything just because it's on record that it's true?
No. Here's an example. I have diaries of my family coming here where there was nothing and building railroads.
You should have copies of that diary right here with all these notes.
Oh, I know. That's what when I'm not mad at Kanye West. He was here a year and a half ago. And I said, look, both my
What's that?
I tend to believe that maybe he does have that history because I've been able to find some history on my dad's side through my dad's dad. You know, I never even met my grandpa, right? So I didn't know shit. And then when my parents died, I came across, they kept everything.
Dude, awesome.
And I traced
my family back into the 1800s, and it goes into, there's another thing that comes up, and he talks about, well, he lives in Connecticut. He's got a car. He's not seen 90% of his own state.
Yeah, he talks about this coming up.
I'm planting that seed. So go,
Dave makes a good point about that.
Grandfather's in World War II, the European theater. My dad's dad did his missions. He doubled them. He didn't do 21 missions or 22 missions. He did 40 something. And then he was involved in logistics in Germany, and he said he wouldn't talk about it, but I asked him to tell me, he said there were dead bodies and millions of dead people everywhere. And we went into death camps, and there were piles of dead bodies, and we had to literally bulldoze them into giant pits, and everyone was throwing up, and the Germans didn't even know what was happening because it was compartmentalized. And I had Kanye say, your grandfather knows nothing. So you just said my family Bible.
Oh my God,
we bought the the land from Santa Ana. There's graveyards.
I love this part. I love this.
There are Santa Ana's Mexican dictator. There are. We have a graveyard, a property we sold, Plum Creek Ranch now, that has people that says killed by Comanches 1827. So I know we live there. I knew my grandma. I knew them. There's trees they planted 150 years ago. You're telling me they came there. There was nothing. They describe it. You're saying no. All the cities were already there. You're telling me don't believe my grandma.
I have someone that works for NASA.
I got a family member that's a doctor. She went to school and she's a doctor. She believes in vaccines.
Plum Creek Ranch.
This is great. Listen to this.
That's my family.
No, Eddie.
You think my family's lying?
Eddie, there's a graveyard on our property. It's not ours anymore.
No, I got family members that
from our main ranch house. If I
got, they write it in their diary.
If I walk through the woods 1,000 yards on a hill, there are hundreds of graves with Johnsons and Joneses and Browns. My family, and it's dead people. That's my family. They're real, and in their diaries, there was nothing here.
What kind of car did they have back then? What kind of car?
They had horses.
They had horses. Right. I have a car that goes very fast and go great distances. I live in a little tiny state called Connecticut, and I haven't seen 99% of it. And I've been here for 60 years. Right. So your guys with horse and buggies, did they look around and see if there's any buildings all over the United States?
Oh, wow. So let me tell you, was the Texas Capitol built?
I don't know.
Well, the Texas Capitol was built with slave labor from Convict Hill in South Austin, on record with a train station they built. And I had family involved in the construction of the state capitol, that beautiful thing. You're saying that was built 1,000 years ago by Beelzebub?
First, I'm not saying 1,000 years ago. I don't know. And a lot of these construction stories are they redo it. They take it and they refab it or refurb it.
No, just because you got a bunch of shacks around a beautiful temple, just like in India, people go like in Cairo. You've got these huge pyramids built 3,000 years ago, and next to it you got shanty towns. Humans can do amazing things, or they can build crap. The idea that, because there's a beautiful piece of architecture and other stuff was squalor means it's not real, or it was built by somebody else. It's not true.
All we're saying here is just go watch the film.
No, I get it. There's no nuclear weapons. Right. We never built anything.
Go look into it instead of just claiming that there are nuclear weapons when you don't have any proof.
It's on the record. Right? You know what's also on the record? That you got people to go bug Sandy Hook parents. That's on the record.
It's not true.
It's on the record, though. It's on the record.
It's on the record, Alex.
You know what's on the record is you owe $1 trillion to the family. That's on the record.
On the record, I got $1 trillion.
Yeah, dude. No, that's on the record.
That's what I said earlier.
Hey, listen, let me finish this. Let me finish with this, and then we'll talk about Trump, Adam Schiff. I don't give a fuck. Let me finish with this. You know that YouTube puts labels on all truth videos, right?
Yeah, they do.
They'll put truth on every flat earth video. Why would they do that? That way they put any flat earth, and then if you punch in, there's a video called The History of Flat Earth by Eric Dubay. If you punch that in on YouTube right now, it won't take you to that. It'll take you to 100 videos that they produce to turn you away, turn you off of flat Earth. You can punch it in word for word. The History of Flat Earth by Eric Dubay. It won't come up. They'll give you 100 videos that
I tried to. Let me tell you something. I tried to search.
Why would they do that?
I tried to search Trump Russia to see what they were going to say today on Google, and it wouldn't let me search it.
That's what I'm saying. Why would they do that?
Alex,
why would they do that?
If I looked up for like underwater basket weaving a year ago, I could go to my history and find it. If you watch a whole bunch of flat Earth videos, like some of my videos and other good videos, then you go to your history, it's not there, and it's replaced with propaganda.
Doesn't that make you a little suspicious?
It's
based on all the shit you went through. You fucking went through all the shit. You should be questioning fucking everything. You should throw everything out.
We have a delay. We're on 300 radio stations. You got to only cuss occasionally.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Listen, Eddie.
You know I love you. Right here it says Sandy Hook families offer to settle Alex Jones' $1.5 billion legal debt for a minimum of $85 million. They're trying to make deals with you. Hilarious. They're trying to make deals with Alex Jones. Like, okay, can you at least give us $85 million? And we're good. Yo, you're not going to agree to that, right?
No, I'm not.
Hysterical. And you believe NASA?
No, because I don't believe the system doesn't mean I then believe anything else someone makes up.
I get it, Alex. You know,
Alex,
I love you.
belief
We can
is
talk
the-
about Trump.
being a
And you know what?
skeptic-
Let's talk about
belief is the enemy of knowing, right? It's the lazy man's knowing. You can just believe anything. If you want to know, it takes time, and they're not going to feed you any real information. You can spend 500 hours looking for stuff. You're going to find nothing. Go to my website, flatearthdave.com.
Now here, let's talk about. We'll plug it anytime.
He cut
Let's
him
talk
off right
about
there.
reality. All I know is I take supplements, I take nutrients, I take products.
What?
I
Oh
live
my
this
God.
lifestyle. They make my life way better. DrJonesNaturals.com has all these great products on there. Right now, discounted 40% off.
Oh my God.
And that supports the broadcast, keeps it on air. DrJonesNaturals.com and DrJonesNaturals.com.
Watch
talk
Dave's
about,
face
I
right
take
here.
supplements, I take nutrients,
Watch
I
Dave.
take products, and I don't have to help this lifestyle. They make my life way better. DrJonesNaturals.com has all these great products on there. Right now, discounted 40% off. And that supports the broadcast. DrJonesNaturals.com. And I know that the vitamins, the minerals, the things that are in God's green earth, the nano silver products, and the next level financial energy, and all the products at DrJonesNaturals.com are what keeps this show on the air. That's the reality I live in. And I'm simply trying to say, you think, let me ask you, I'm going to put words in your mouth. The Ukraine war is fake. Russia threatening nuclear war is fake.
I don't think wars are real. They're just based on fake circumstances. You know what Elon Musk
Damn, he
did?
got you right there.
The first thing that Elon Musk did when the
Did you say so, Eddie? Oh my God, he got me. Oh my God, he got
Alex,
me.
I was telling you about how Starlink and satellite phones work. They're using actual airplanes. What's the first thing Elon Musk did when the war started? He said, "I'm turning off Starlink for all of Ukraine." You know why? No fly zone, no airplanes.
So you're saying airplane companies do secret deals?
No, airplane companies. They might just at the top. No, like the people at the top.
Oh, they don't even know they're using the plane as a
No, they
platform.
know. Listen, I have Wi-Fi. I uploaded 3 videos on my flight too. I created them, uploaded them. I was using the internet. It all works. A cell signal comes to the airplane. It gets transferred.
Because it has an antenna on it.
Yeah, and so this is not a theory. Airplanes, major airlines. Every airplane has the equipment for a cell
So
tower.
what are all those rockets that SpaceX blasting off?
Have you ever watched one of them carefully? They're movie production. They're horrible.
No, I've gone down and seen it. Big rocket takes off.
Yeah, there is a rocket takes off, and guess what they're filled with? Helium.
Oh wow, the rocket's not even a rocket.
Not even. It's
a balloon.
It's a balloon. Yeah.
Guys, show SpaceX rockets landing.
They land upright. You believe that a space
You're almost there,
a space
Dave.
rocket
You're
goes
almost there.
up into space, up through.
One of the coolest things
Even if
happened
it's
about 5
true,
years ago.
that's
I was
a
on a
tough pill to
helicopter with a
swallow
buddy
at this
flying to
moment
Dallas.
in the interview.
And they used to have SpaceX out at Fort Hood. We're like, I watched one blast off.
You do watch things blast
Was
off.
that HD?
What do you see? No, you see
I watch
it.
them
It
all the
curves
time
up,
for
it
my
goes out, and
job.
it
I don't
crashes
think
into the
it's
Bermuda
helium.
Triangle. They all go out. Watch
yeah.
the rocket pass.
That's where they go, Bermuda Triangle?
They go. That's the area where they shoot them in.
Is Santa Claus there?
I don't. That's a straw man. That's a ridiculous comment, Alex.
No, how do we know Santa Claus isn't real? Everything we've been. Maybe Santa Claus built all these buildings.
Oh, there you go. That's
What
it.
is
You know
he
what, Eddie?
doing?
Maybe Santa Claus built this studio. We never built anything. Maybe Santa Claus built the studio, Eddie.
Alex, that's.
Maybe he did, and maybe they just used all the toys and all the elves as distraction.
Oh my God.
Man, I tell you, this
Eddie
is
Bravo.
like, I'm on that.
Okay.
You gonna choke me out on air?
Circumnavigation.
You know who already choked me out was
Craig Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Want me to
real.
choke you out right now?
No, I didn't.
I'll choke you the fuck
Alex,
out right
your
now.
producer asked earlier how
I
Magellan.
bet you want to.
No, I don't. Hey, dude, I don't give a fuck if you believe in flat Earth or
Hey,
not.
stop
I'm just here to have fun.
I'm just teasing,
I
buddy.
don't care if anybody believes in shit because one thing, eventually you will figure it out one day. I mean, everybody does eventually. No one ever goes flat and goes back. You don't go flat and go back.
You don't go black and go back.
You don't go. No, there's
That
never been
game,
anybody.
baby. That's
Isn't that
right.
weird? Isn't it weird that it's still a debate?
Yeah, once you have a schizophrenic break.
Isn't it weird that it's still a debate?
All right, get
Alex,
back
you've
to
been
your
called
circumnavigation.
schizophrenic.
Magellan didn't do anything. He was a liar.
so-
So I get it. You're saying it's not round. It's a bowl. He's going in circles.
Alex, I brought you a book, and on this book is a map right here. The center of the flat Earth is there's a big rock mountain. They call
Black
it
Rock.
Black Rock. Interesting name, right? It's the center, and it's a magnet. So everyone could do this experiment at home. Get a strong magnet, put it on a table, draw a big circle around it. There's the Earth pond. The shoreline, the edge of that is Antarctica. Put a compass down, and it's going to point towards that magnet, right? The compass will point towards the magnet.
It always points to the
It always
center.
points to the magnet. So if I want to go west is not a straight line. West is a circle around that magnet, and you can come right back to where you started from. East is a circle. Doesn't prove the Earth is flat because it's the same on a globe Earth. If you were a mile from the North Pole on a globe, and you wanted to go west, you'd have to walk 6.28 miles and come right back.
So why, when I look at Jupiter in a telescope and I see it?
You asked me about circumnavigation. Leave Jupiter alone. Right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
done.
East and west. Billions of people have circumnavigated east and west. 0 people have gone south. No one's gone from Santiago and popped up in Australia.
Well, there is a lot of weirdness going on in Antarctica.
Okay.
I'm not going to deny it.
But the
maybe they're hiding what's there.
Absolutely. There's a lot of whistleblowers that say that there's millions of people living in cities beyond the shoreline of Antarctica.
What color are they?
I don't know. They're
They're Chinese.
I wasn't there.
They're
Chinese. Really? Yes. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. So they're mixed. They're mixed race.
Alex,
half black, half white.
Isn't it weird that no one has circumnavigated south? Isn't it weird that they faked the 24-hour sun in Antarctica? Isn't it weird that there's camcorder, there's webcams in Antarctica where that you can watch the shadows go around, it's going, and then all of a sudden, it skips 8 hours. Every day it skips 8 hours in their summer when there should be a 24-hour sun. But in the winter, they give us the full 24 hours. And when we contact them and say, why are you cutting out a...
Well, you mentioned Flatworks. That I was literally this morning watching a video that he found by searching on Yandex.
Yeah.
You know, and he was able to find one in the middle of the South summer, completely dark. And it completely contradicted what is said on timeandday.com. I mean, that's right there. Like an actual webcam footage from the South when it was supposed to be a 24-hour sun went dark. It did.
Are you talking about the one where they cut out the 8 hours of the,
No, not that one. See, there are a lot of them, and like now there are some that I found that do show 24-hour suns, but it's the weirdest thing. They have this little black hole covering the sun, and I think it's like a simulator. It's gotten to a point where you don't even know what you're watching, but like the things that were around in like the 20.
Can you send me the links to those? You found?
Yeah, well, just check out Flatworks channel.
I mean, I must have not seen that video. I gotta definitely check that.
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah,
if you want to have like the best experience and like actually get yourself like fundamentally like situated on what it is, it's like you know, when you're a pilot and you're flying, that thing, that gyroscope, it's made to stay fixed in space. It's made to do that. That's why planes work, right? And there's a girl from the Netherlands, and she lost her job. She was a pilot. She lost her job. She was like, well, we have the brown side, which is terrain, and you have the blue side, which is air. And if you're traveling from the Netherlands to Australia, that thing should flip. By physics definition, should flip. And she said it. She's like,
you're preaching to the choir here, right?
I know.
Absolutely.
I'm actually
like, we know.
You're right. I'm sorry. This is for
maybe there's
new
people here. Maybe there's new people here.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Right.
I just assume anybody that's found me, however you're here watching this.
I'm sorry I wasted your time on this.
You're not wasting. No, you're good. You're good. You're absolutely right. I think my mom might be watching, so that's Macker.
There's probably one person in this group
that's true.
Not here, and they're
what's up, Mom?
Yeah, hey,
what's up, Mom?
Anyway, I will.
Do you guys want to take like a little break by any chance? It's not for just like a little quick break. I need to get something to drink.
Yeah,
let's take a little break here.
Play some Hawaiian songs on your thing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play a couple things. We'll be back here in about 5 minutes or so. Yeah.
I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. My children aren't going hungry. I'll do it. I'll drink your blood. And I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like sizing up, gonna haul him up by chain?
their ass up so fast. And I'll tell them, well, I killed a cow out back, baby. You think Christ would eat somebody? He would never do that. I will. I'm ready to hang them up, gut them and skin them and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. And that's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass first. I swear to God, if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to get my hands around your throat.
A friend of mine took a banana boat to Mexico, and here's a letter that he wrote. A hot tamale down in Veracruz, who wore no slippers and who wore no shoes. For gold and silver, how her eyes would glow. But when I said I've got no dough, my hot tamale with chili on me. Chili, 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 chili on me. My hot tamale with chili on me. What am I gonna do for long? I said, I'm glad you weigh 300 pounds. I need you most when swimming comes around. Sit here by me until the sun goes down, 'cause you're the shadiest spot in town. My hot tamale with chili on me. Chili, 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 chili on me. My hot tamale with chili on me. What am I gonna do for long? My man has the strangest eyes I've ever seen. One is red, the other one is green. I was confused, and so to him I said, should I stop or go ahead? My hot tamale with chili on me. Chili, 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 chili on me. My hot tamale with chili on me. What am I gonna do for long? What am I gonna do for long?
Right.
Oh my God. Let's go back to the video. Let's finish it out. We got 15 minutes
We're
left.
going back. Let's do it.
Let's go back. Let's go do it.
8 hours. They go, we don't have enough bandwidth.
So what happened to Magellan?
He just went around. What about Earhart, Amelia Earhart? She literally went around the world. If you walked around Austin, does that make Austin a sphere?
Damn.
Around the world.
How about the endless documents from NASA and the military when they're not even talking about flat Earth or round Earth? They're talking about calculating the motion of missiles and high altitude aircraft. When calculating, because it's got the trajectory and the speed, it's got to be perfect. The number one rule, document after document after document. The number one rule, if you want the precise calculations of the motions of missiles and high altitude aircraft, you have to assume we're on a flat, non-rotating Earth. You have to assume that the crazy conspiracy theory that we're on some flat Earth is real to get the right numbers. Document after document after document after document. You want to figure out the motion and calculate the motion of missiles. You got to assume the opposite. Not what's the opposite of ball? Flat. What's the opposite of rotating? Non-rotating. To get the right numbers, and the ball believers, you know what they say? Oh, that's just to simplify the numbers. To simplify the numbers, you have to believe in flat.
But if you take the zip code, was really artillery directives before. They lay it out as a grid according to the plan of the Earth. That doesn't even bring into the fact that it's turning, because they're mapping the surface.
In order to get the correct numbers.
No, if I put GPS in to go to Dallas, you've been talking. Let me talk. If I can put in GPS, go to Dallas, it's on the trajectory.
It's a straight line. It's a straight line. There's ships that can put a pinpoint laser beam on another ship 100 miles away and then shoot a missile at it and hit it. Pinpoint 100 miles away. There should be a mountain of water 6,600 feet high between them, blocking that ship.
But you can still see
it. And there's submarines on the bottom of the ocean.
None of these radar do that.
The radar
don't go through
water.
water.
Don't go through water. And sonar.
They take pictures.
Submarines on the bottom.
No, they bounce it off the atmosphere.
Submarines on the bottom of the ocean can see another submarine over 100 miles away.
I knew what happened.
There should be a mountain
don't worry,
over
folks.
a mile high.
All right, guys. Very entertaining. Owen Schroyer takes over right now.
Check it out. Don't believe anything we say.
Yes.
Verify it yourself.
Yes, and the Texas Capitol's fake. No, that's it. Good job. Very entertaining. Very interesting. Everybody knows.
So what you got? Guys?
That fish oil does incredible.
Alex Jones is playing a character,
Most
and
fish
that's
oil
it.
has been pasteurized. It's been boiled. It's been heated up, and they smash the bones and guts of the fish, and it gets contaminants in it. We sell the highest grade fish oil there is, and it's pure fish oil, and it's not been pasteurized, and it's so good for your whole body.
It makes me sad that he does all these, but is it the only way?
I don't know, dude. It's like Alex Jones is an enigma.
At Infowarsstore.com right now, and for a limited time,
I will
it's
say
40% off.
I will say, like, most people have to do like advertising for other companies. So, I mean, I think it is one step more legit to just do it yourself, so you don't have to like change your content to appease your advertisers.
Wait, hold on, Crumb. You have to do an ultimate shit oil, like an Adderall
Ultimate
commercial.
shit oil.
Yeah, ultimate shit
You
oil.
think
It's
so?
the best thing. That it will help you so much.
Ultimate.
Yeah, you can
Is that-
tie in the fecal
Yeah.
system, NASA fecal system.
Side
I'll send you that
effects.
footage.
Oh my god, I love that footage.
Debunking.
Oh my
Look,
god.
at the end of the day, man, I like the really, truly, and Austin, I think you would agree with me on this. It's like they have to use these channels to get what we would call truth out, and they have to be funded. And I think Alex Jones is a kind of a semi-boomer, and he does again. I got a text from Weiss, who just hung out with him 2 days ago, says, I don't want to talk about flat earth. He doesn't want to talk about it. My dad doesn't want to talk about it.
That's the first.
Nobody in the boomer generation wants to talk about that thing. They just don't want to do it. They don't want to accept the fact that there might be a creator, there might be a source or anything. They just don't want to do it. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at.
I guess the ultimate question is, is that their right? Or
I don't know.
Is it our job to shove it down their throats?
Well, you can
And
show
I'm not
evidence.
saying that's a bad thing. Some things need to be shoved down people's throats. Is this one of them? And that's my question
it's the
to both
biggest
of you
one.
guys.
I think it's the biggest one for me, other than your own spiritual journey, which is yours and yours alone to have. When you put evidence in front of people and they don't look at it, that's tough. You're like, look, here's the evidence. I'll show it to you. Why don't you take a look at it? If they don't look at it, you're talking to somebody that won't look at it. They literally will not. They don't have the capacity to look at the evidence, which we checked. All of us checked. We checked it.
I didn't check it.
I did. I did. I checked it. I did my Long Island Sound fucking thing. Should have been 40 foot of fucking. There was 40 foot of missing curvature. Did that. But there's a million of these evidential things that are out there that we see too far.
Wait. Why? Because you checked make you superior.
It's not about being superior.
Because I checked.
It's about evidence.
I checked. I did it.
It's about
checked.
evidence.
You know what? I didn't have to check.
Well, okay.
Right.
Did you look at like that? Basically,
No, it doesn't matter. It's intuition.
Okay. So do you think it's flat?
It's intuition.
Do you think it's flat?
Everything is flat,
Okay. So
including people's brains.
Okay, so you're metaphorically going out onto a thing, but what I'm saying is
I don't have to
I
use
actually went out
math.
and checked.
I don't have to
I
use
checked.
math to believe in something.
Okay. Well, water seeks still. Oh, this one.
My
Let's watch
globe,
it.
my sweetie cake. Oh, I love the globe. Oh, those flat others are so bad. Eddie Bravo's not around.
Wake the fuck up! Wake the fuck up!
This is awesome.
Oh my god.
Wait. Wait, what is this, Alex? Wait. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Alex. It is round. Oh my god. How come you didn't tell me? You didn't tell me. What did you get this? What? I've been lied to. It's round. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Alex. I'm so sorry.
The proof's real, see?
So Alex Jones.
Look at that. And that's real too. Now get over here and tell us how it's flat.
It's
flat. You know, it's round. I give up. It's round.
No, I agree. It's flat. Fuck it. And Joe Biden won the election. Fuck you. God damn.
If there's one thing that if there's one thing that Gen Z or possibly millennials I really appreciate is finding the word cringe. So now I have a word for what all of this stuff is.
Yes.
Because before I had that word, I'm like, I can't explain it, but it's a thing. Cringe. Oh man, like what is going on?
There we go. Nice.
God damn this fucking thing! Jesus Christ, yeah, come on, play soccer, come on! Yeah! We're doing it right now!
It is round.
Throw it at me.
I was wrong.
Throw it at me. Yeah! Watch this! We'll defeat it! Hold on! We're defeating it right now! Look at that son of a bitch! Let's pull out a control panel. Damn it!
I'm just gonna cut this with you falling off.
Down with the Biden is president! Down with Trump! See, it's real. It's round.
I know, Alex. I know.
You were wrong to hit me. You're sorry.
I fucked up. I didn't know this existed. Oh my God, this proves it. What have I done?
What have you done? Eddie, wake the fuck up! Stop it! God.
This goes on for like another
Don't
minute.
ever question flat Earth again, okay?
I won't.
You know I love you.
It's flat.
There you go.
And Donald Trump's guilty.
I fucking told you.
My president is Joe Biden.
I told you. I fucking told you it's flat.
You did. It's
You
flat.
didn't fucking believe me.
It's flat.
Totally playing. He's totally playing him. I love it.
Yeah, no, he's having fun. I like Bravo. I like
Yeah.
Don't visit drjonesnaturals.com. The flat Earth will expose it.
Yeah.
When you visit drjonesnaturals.com.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say,
I have the sudden urge to buy so many Dr. Jones Naturals right now.
God.
I
can smell the
I don't know if
fish.
the world's flat or round, but what I do know is that our cardiovascular health is not good.
I know.
I got
My
one more
reality
video.
is Dr.
Upside Down
Jones
guy
Natural.
sent me another video here.
What does
that
fish
looks
oil have to do with anything?
Play. Do you have another video? Play it.
Yeah, I don't. This looks funny. I don't know if I've seen this.
I'm terrible cool. I'm terribly. I'll never have children and I'm sterilized. But the media says I'm totally cool. I'm a gay frog. I'm a gay fish. It's so good. And I think
Totally
my
cool.
daddy
Gay
atrazine.
frog.
Thanks to atrazine, there'll be no more frogs. But we're gay, so it's cool. Thanks, atrazine.
You know, maybe it's a good thing that he's not a flat earther. Actually, you know, maybe it's.
Was that really him?
Yeah.
Is that Alex Jones?
It's somebody that works
Does
on
he have-
staff. It's somebody like that.
Yeah, but does he have
No,
makeup
that
on?
looked like him. That was him doing a little thing there.
Terribly. I'll never have children and I'm sterilized.
Yeah, that's him.
Media says I'm totally cool. I'm a gay frog. I'm a gay fish. It's so good. And I think my daddy atrazine.
I mean, there's truth there, but it's ridiculous.
Hey, I gotta say, I dearly love all of you out here listening to this, and I love that we get to have this conversation. And you guys are very, very pure people, and I love you. And that's my sign off. And that's Nicole thinks you're all crazy.
Oh yeah? You think I'm crazy?
No.
I know I'm crazy.
Takes one to know one.
You know what? It
Yeah,
doesn't
suck
matter
on
if you're
that.
crazy, everyone. If you're crazy, that's just perfect. Because you know what? We live in a crazy world, and you know, we all got to be ourselves.
All right. Well,
That's
well
all I have
put.
to say.
That's real.
I don't think you guys are crazy at
I
all.
I was
But, you know.
just a setup, but I was like, anyway, I love the shit out of everyone that listened tonight, and I love you, Crumb, Austin. You're the jam. Keep fucking pointing that telescope up the sky. Give us more data. Give us more
I don't have a
stuff.
telescope.
Speaking of
I don't have
telescope.
one yet.
Whatever you're doing.
Wait. Hold on. Speaking of telescopes, has anybody ever looked up the definition of a telescope, like how a telescope works?
No.
Okay, well, here is the AI overview according to Google. Telescopes use curved mirrors or lenses to gather and focus light from distant objects, making them appear closer and larger. The size of the main lens or mirror determines how much light the telescope can collect, and larger lenses or mirrors can detect fainter objects.
Yeah.
There's telescopes without curved lenses too.
So basically, telescopes are disco balls inside of a lens.
Technically, yeah, I guess.
That's just my guess.
You know what?
Bouncing off a lot of things in there.
All that really matters is that we are achieving new knowledge. And Austin, you're doing a really great job at that. I really appreciate it. Like
we're all doing a great job, man.
Yeah, just
crushing.
Keep pushing forward and keep this thing going, because like I don't even look at people anymore. I just don't. I'm like
don't do that. Don't do that.
No. I look at them, but I'm just like, you're not here. So I just walk past them and I go and look at the world with a new lens. And that's where we're at
that
right
with
now.
certain people.
Yeah.
Where I just know you're not here. You're not even. You're
It's
just.
it's not like I'm not acknowledging them.
Somewhere else.
Yes, exactly what you said, Austin. It's really just about we're way past that moment. Now we have to get up to stuff. We have to get up to stuff and like actually get real data. And I really appreciate that you do what you do and you get pictures. And that's what it is. She's making fun of me, but yeah. Get the data, get out there, get after it, and enjoy what you do. Because like we're way beyond most of the people now, and enjoy it. You know,
enjoy the ride. Enjoy that empty space, that void of what we had figured out at one point now is empty. And instead of rushing to find something quick to fill it because we're insecure, feel okay with that emptiness and explore your wonder and allow it to just, don't just hop on a belief, just start investigating. We don't have to if you're religious, just dive in at the very end, whatever, just keep your mind open. That's the way I look at it. Because as soon as you start knowing, then the world starts shrinking and you start seeing, and you see less and less, not just people.
Yeah, open up your aperture. Keep your aperture open. Keep it as wide as you can, and do it. Like,
wait, why would you open up your aperture? Because if you open up your aperture, then you're gonna have like a shallower depth of field. But if
she's talking from a photographer's standpoint,
if you focus your aperture to infinity, then you can.
You want to increase your exposure.
It was metaphorical. It was metaphorical, Nicole. I was just saying, like, open up your mind. Open up your mind.
I'm glad it was metaphorical. It just doesn't make
sense. To make the frame rate a little bit larger.
I mean, we can adjust our shutter speed and our aperture, our f-stop.
And the white balance is very important.
Yeah, white balance
in life.
It's all based on the Kelvin scale.
By the way, this cast tonight was one of the greatest ones I've ever done.
It was fun. It was a nice hang.
So
I just enjoyed. I was just gonna like go on and just because I haven't talked in a while. So the fact that you guys all hit me up, this is perfect. I want to hang and just kind of talk. We got through the video.
Yeah, you went live. I seen you were going live. I was like, I'm gonna write him. I wonder what he's gonna talk about. That's what I was thinking. You know,
that's what Laurie did.
Well, on Friday, I was like, when I saw that thing go out, I was like, holy shit, we have to do a whole thing on this. And like, Weiss was gonna pop on, but he was so tired. He'd been down to, but like, really, seriously.
Can you imagine how tired you would be talking to Alex Jones and Roseanne Barr
at
at
2
the
days,
same
2 days in a
time?
row. So I was like, okay. He was like, I can't do it. He was like, he literally was on the text. He was like, I can't do it. I'm worn out. But this was a pivotal weekend of a lot of shit that came down. And now it's not a taboo subject anymore, guys. It has wings. And we've got an awesome wits that gets it out there fucking fighting people left and right. He's just fucking slapping flies off his shoulders. We've got Weiss doing his work, and just us, which we're just like cheerleaders. Like, and Crum, I know we've talked about this a long time. I'm a flat earth cheerleader. I know all the math, I know all the stuff, I know all the talking points and everything else. Now we can just enjoy it. You remember back in the day when it sucked, when it was like, fuck, we're getting censored out our asses. Now
that leads me to my next subject here. Actually, there was a time when all the videos were kind of like, they were really not very palatable, I think, for your average person. And I remember from like 2016 to 2019, like, I didn't know which video would work because they were long-winded, and you really, so like, I was always on the look for what videos are like, good egg crackers. This week, it's not 100% confirmed this week, but if not this week, the next week on the Gravy Brunch, I'm having Jared Dawson, Shane Dawson's brother, who did he is the only video, has 41 million views. He gave a whole thing on the Shane Dawson podcast, and it got through past the censors, and 41 million people saw him talk about flat earth, and he represented it really well in 2019. Mark Sargent actually did some stuff with him. I was playing poker with this guy a couple nights ago, which is wild. Even crazier is that the other guy I was playing poker with is like best friends with Stephen Carpenter. Fucking wild world. This is all just random. So I don't know how that works out, but
maybe it's not random.
No, I mean, synchronicity is crazy. When I start doing flat earth stuff, it's amazing how many things work out.
Yeah, wait, how did that happen?
This always happens to me with flat earth. Ever since I started talking about flat earth or just being open to it, and like it's so weird. How it happened is I live in Lakewood, or in Long Beach, Lakewood. And my buddy Eddie, obviously, he's been on the show. He did the ACDC thing with me.
Yep,
Flat
I remember.
Earther. Yeah, he's friends with Jared. He went to the same high school with him. And his buddy, one of his buddies, just happens to be friends with the Deftones, and mostly Stephen Carpenter. And he's not a flat earther. It's these things kind of just. It's like
kismet. It's kismet.
It's statistically impossible for for these things to happen. So I just follow that.
Manifest.
They do. So I'm lucky enough that he's going to be on the show, and we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to show the video where it's 41 million views, and it's I don't know if you know Shane Dawson, but he's like one of those big YouTube channels where it's like millions and millions.
Yeah, I watched that video. I remember that video.
Yeah. And he broke it down good, and so I'm going to talk to him a little bit about that, and but like, I think what we're talking about is how much the videos used to suck. And you're right. Like, what I would do is just like constantly like search the web. Like, it was so hard in the beginning. You had to like really, I don't know, like you had to be really have a lot of patience, I think, in the beginning to like actually let the stuff come through. Now it's gotten to a place where it's a lot easier and it's so much nicer. But yeah, it was maddening for a while. Like, it's like, here, check out this ODD video. But like, still, it wasn't applicable for everybody. It just wasn't. And you know,
Yeah, that Sean Dawson guy, he makes real YouTube-y style videos.
Yeah.
You know, but he did give us an honest shot in his video.
Yeah. No, he did. They talked about flat Earth good, and it's like all the other flat Earth videos can't really get past like 300,000, but this one got 41 million. So I'm pretty stoked to have him on the stream this week. And
so when's your next show?
So I am going to be doing the Mad Libs on Monday for sure. I'm bringing that back. It's been too damn long. It's fun. And then that'll be Wednesday. I haven't gotten full confirmation.
Mad Lib Monday.
Yeah,
we're gonna do tinfoil hat sombrero on Sunday night. Yeah, we're doing it like I think it's 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. Basically the same format as what we did tonight. This was all just on a whim tonight, and I'm glad you actually did it because it was necessary, you know, for what happened. But like, yeah, I think like if you're out there doing a show, I think we've got a Sunday show. You know, you're doing a Monday show. You've got some other shows that are happening. If we get every single time slot, you know, basically baked up for the whole week, you can literally listen to Flat Earth pretty much the whole week at some point.
Can I have the soapbox for a second?
Yeah, you can.
Just to not that long. So I posted a TikTok last night, and Alex was listening to Dirth's Alex Jones interview, and I posted this TikTok, and I was like, "What are we listening to?" And then Alex was off camera, and he's like, "Oh, this happened tonight." And then you can hear Alex Jones in the background. It's like 8 seconds, and then I'm like, "Oh, Dave Weiss was on Alex Jones." So I posted it at like 12:15, and I've been paying attention to analytics and algorithms and SEO for, I don't know, 15 years or something like that.
Yeah.
So this video literally got almost 100 views within 15 minutes. And then I checked it this morning. It had maybe like I think it was like 650. It was like 700 or something like that. And then I got a community. It was removed by TikTok. I got a community flag.
It was like a strike.
No, it was like a community strike for abusive
language.
Abusive language.
She didn't say anything abusive. What happened was she tagged it with Weiss, and she tagged Eddie Bravo, and the algorithms came back and just slammed her and just completely removed her video. Yeah. So it's like and it just goes back to the same thing.
No, hold on. The community guideline strike was for hateful ideology.
There was no hateful ideology at all in the video. But what happened was the algorithm caught the names that were in it, because we've all known that those people know who we are. They know who we are. Yeah. And this is not me being conspiratorial, blah, 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 barf. It's just literally, they know who we are. There's a small group.
They've admitted that they watch what you watch.
Yes.
They watch what you type in the live chats.
Indeed. And like this video literally had nothing in it that was anything to anything, but she tagged some names.
No, I didn't. I just put 30 hashtags, and the hashtags that I used was when I was watching it. So the hashtags that I created was hashtag Infowars, hashtag Alex Jones, Eddie Bravo, Dearth, Prison, Lake,
all
machine,
the names
gas,
that will get you.
Alex Jones is kind of banned. Like, you can't find Alex Jones stuff. Yeah.
You tagged all the people that you tagged. That's why that happened. You tagged the people. That algorithm is going to find those people immediately.
It's hard to find Alex Jones stuff, honestly, like off of his own platform.
Unless you're on Twitter.
But Alex Jones has literally been saying that the government has been lying to us for ages. Ages. So how can this motherfucker go on live with Dave and Eddie Bravo, even if those two people were brought on
That is a
together?
very tricky topic.
How can this
It's tricky.
motherfucker go on and try and debunk us saying that everything is a lie? It makes no sense. Like, Austin, you know,
It
apologetics.
makes sense. It makes it's because this topic is so freaking huge that like it just hits everybody differently, and like there's just really not a consensus on how it hits people. Like we're just learning out like how deep psychologically it is. It's just so overwhelming. It's just
Crom,
different for
you're
everybody.
exactly right. It's like it's the topic other than your spiritual journey. After that, it is the topic, and it really triggers everyone.
It triggers, and
Why
everybody
is
hits it
triggering
differently because it
people? I
affects
don't.
everybody. You know, not everything affects everybody, but
I'm
this
not a
one.
hateful person.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like,
Want to check out this video?
Yeah, let's watch
the
the video.
about. This
Let's watch the
guy
video.
did a good job. This guy's going to be on my channel here. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't hear anything.
Oh, my bad.
What is a flat Earth society, by the way?
People believe the Earth is flat.
Still?
Yeah.
That was a joke about the world being flat, right? Was it?
But I wanted to try something different and come up with a new segment for these conspiracy videos. I want to talk to somebody who believes in a crazy conspiracy theory, and they have to try to convince me to believe in it too. So I went to the biggest conspiracy theorist I know, my brother. Okay, I am here with my brother Jared, who might be an even bigger conspiracy theorist than me.
So wait, you played poker with that guy?
Yeah.
So I want to talk to you about the flat Earth theory because it's something that you've kind of touched on, and I always kind of like move on because I've heard it so crazy.
It is very crazy. In order for you to even start to take it seriously, you have to put yourself in the mind frame of people that believe in the flat Earth. And why would they even want to believe in the flat Earth?
Well, you're saying they, so you don't believe it?
I'm open to the idea. I don't know. For me, at least, it's hard for me to pinpoint what I believe. So I'm open to both.
Same.
What?
You sound like a bisexual. Okay.
Oh. You know, I'm down for the flat Earth, but that round Earth got me too.
Okay.
I'm a weekend flat earther.
Okay, so we have to be in the mindset, right?
Yeah, so you got to be in the mindset. So you have to think about the foundation of it. All the information that we get about the Earth, about space, the moon, and all these things comes from NASA.
This came out in
Every
2019.
picture that you've ever seen is
Yeah, I remember
given
this.
by
Remember
NASA.
this.
So NASA is also associated with the moon landing being a hoax.
One small step for man.
They are some of the most famous images in history. But why are there no stars in the night sky? Why is the American flag waving here when there was no air to cause any breeze?
There are moments where the crosshairs lie behind equipment.
Look, guys fall forward and looks like they get yanked up by wires.
Reflected in the visor is a mysterious object.
Oh, flippy floppy.
I'm sure that's something that everyone at this point has heard of, right? All the pictures that they take of the Earth are composite images, so no images that we see are actually ever a camera from real far away looking at the Earth.
Wait, what do you mean?
They're all composite images because they can't just get it all in one shot, so they have to go around the Earth and take a bunch of pictures and then they piece it together.
International Space Station residents only see about 3% of Earth's surface at any one time.
If you zoom in on them, there's cloud formations that repeat several times, which how could that ever really happen? They're just copying and pasting things.
There's a small problem with it because there's a very slight gap in between each orbit. It is photoshopped. But it has to be.
That's one thing that builds distrust, because you have to have distrust of who's giving you your information to feel like maybe the flat Earth is feasible, right?
It is photoshopped, but it's has to be.
So I'm not going to play the whole thing.
Everyone here on this.
But like it's really like well edited, and so my point is like I remember when that came out, I remember just being really stoked because it seemed like something that just was more palatable, just the way it was. Maybe it just catered to like a younger audience. I don't know what it was, but at the time, I thought that was a huge win. And because it was on Shane's channel, 41 million views, pretty cool. So I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what I'm saying, so-
like again, I watched that video years ago, and it's solid. It's just yeah, there you go. I mean, look, we've been deceived. We've been deceived at the greatest level of all time, and that's where we're at right now. We're reversing an inversion that happened, and it happened from a Jesuit priest. Did this in the early teens. I think it was 19. I don't know the exact date, but like we got deceived, and we now we figured it out. We figured it out. We've got our arms around it, and it was a philosophical position for these people, because we just don't. There's no way we could be the center of creation, but we are, and like that's it. There's nothing else to do with this. There's nothing else to play with this game. We've got it figured out. And now it's just like, how do we manage it moving forward?
Acceptance and forgiveness.
And like, actually, and she's right on that. And it's like, I did a video.
We accept that they deceived us, and then we move forward because we realize that we can break up with our whole narcissistic fucking boyfriend.
She coined this narcissistic, which is like kind of funny. But this whole thing was an inversion. And
narcissistic abuse, man. That's what it is.
Narcissistic abuse. There was an inversion that occurred over the course of a lot of generations.
Us.
And
they're gaslighting us
with science.
And we say they, and let's just get this clear, because this is going out to the internet. It's not going to go away.
I'm going to shut up now.
It's okay. But what I'm saying is, like, we got deceived.
The Lion King.
We figured it out, and we brought it back around. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. There's no stopping this train. So, what do we do now? You do not be a sore winner. In other words, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be like, their mind is going to be fucked on this thing.
Excuse me.
Nobody becomes a flat earther in full sight. They do it on their laptop 3 weeks in while they're sitting at home, and they're like, fuck.
Well, the truth is that like you gotta. It's all about intentions. Do you need them to see it in front of you? Is it a win for you?
Honestly, I'll tell you straight up.
That's what it's all. I mean, it really.
I just want to get back to making music. That's all I want to do.
That's what I want to do, man.
And I want to be like, hey, it's flat. Fucking whatever. Fuck off. I want to make some music. That's it.
I'm trying to get back to being a quasi normie, to be honest.
I know. It's just like I want to hang out with my friends again. And be like, yeah, I wasn't so weird, was I? I wasn't a weird.
I don't
guy,
post that much shit on Facebook.
Like, it's kind of flat. I don't know.
I decided to not post too much shit on my Facebook because, like, it's weird for me when I post flat Earth shit, and like half the people that commented on it are like my normie friends from high school, and then they're meeting my crazy like friends, and then they're arguing, and I'm like, I don't want to see this. This is weird.
Yeah,
that's just. It's just like, for me, like, I understand the stigma and you just don't want to deal with that. But then it comes down to, oh, no, you got to represent. But it's like, no, whatever you're comfortable with.
I mean, here's where we're at. Like, it's at the point now where everyone's starting to address it. Are we supposed to be, is there places out there that we can go to that it's better living than here? Like, we've heard these talks about we live in the inner lands. We live in the basically the worst of the worst. We're in the inner lands. Is there places out there that we could go to? Maybe. Do we?
Well, let's start figuring out a plan.
Bro. Do we like them? I don't have any idea. We might go out there and they might be fucking 18 feet tall. I don't know. But it's like, I'd at least like to know.
You don't know? Have you seen the doors? I know for sure. There's a door. They got doors. So.
They got doors. They got something. And
I'm just playing. All right, why don't we end this on a good one? We had a good one. Yeah. I feel like at this point, I know you want to get going here.
No, we're getting off. And
video you can play.
Give us a good ass track.
You got a video?
Yeah, it's a good way to end the video.
Oh, hell yeah.
Awesome.
I got you right
like
here.
A few seconds.
Austin, do it.
That sounds good.
I love you. I love all of you that are listening.
Can
I love
Austin
you
end
dearly.
This? Austin, can you just like roll this out?
I sent something I think will wrap it up real beautifully. I think.
Let's do it.
Beautiful.
The video, and I
you
don't
guys
know
will-
this guy, but I resonate with what he said, so I shared it, and now you guys can all hear it.
I love this shit. And by the way, everyone that's listening, I love the shit out of you, and we are all legends. All of us.
Yo, something a lot of quote-unquote truthers fail to realize is that they want you to stare into the conspiracy abyss. They want you looking into all these different topics day in and day out, so you never do shit to change your immediate life. Like, they have their time and place, but if you're not happy with where you're at, and you keep looking into all these different topics as a form of disassociation, so you can victim blame, have a scarcity-based mindset, point the finger, and externalize all your problems, you're exactly where they want you to be, my friends. So I don't give a fuck you know about the Jesuits, the Freemasons, the Zionists, the Committee of 300, the NASA Deception, the Tavistock Institute, and so on.
Fuck yeah.
If what you're studying is not immediately enhancing and improving your life, it's time to find a new subject. It'd be an embarrassment to be associated with some of these people, man, because they understand there's a sin of creation, they understand there's a creator, and yet they cannot fathom being accountable for their own reality. That they are spiritual beings here to materialize and spiritualize matter. Like, you can riddle the mind with all these different theories all you want, but knowledge without application is useless.
God
Fuck
damn it!
yeah.
You just
Baby.
call
Fuck
us
yeah.
the fuck out.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
damn!
Knowledge
That was
without
harder for me to.
application,
That was a
dog.
harder truth for me to fucking swallow than flat Earth. Shit.
Now that's some truth for you right there,
That's
right?
that I'm gonna turn into
That gave
Alex
me
Jones
goosebumps,
right now
man.
and go, no, that's let's talk about Trump instead of that.
That was
Ah!
a definition of disassociation.
Fucking call me out. That resonates so fucking well, and it's so true. And that's honestly like, well, yeah, it's true. These things, like these big psyops, they open themselves up for. It's easy to isolate and dissociate
Gotta
and
find
get
a good
victim.
balance.
Hey,
Gotta
Crumb.
find a good balance.
It's the only way.
With the
It's the only way.
normie life. With
Yes.
the, like, oh, will we be normies again? We are normal, guys. We're
Can you
normal.
get us? Can
I
you get us
know,
a
I
really?
know.
Crumb, can you
So
get us a good
true.
song? A good song to.
This
to
is
send us
normal.
out?
The
I want.
other thing
yeah.
is conditioning.
You want to hear a song I've been recording?
Send a
No
song.
such
Send
thing
us
as
out with a
normal.
good song. One of your.
There's no such thing as normal.
Here's a song. Here's a song I'm working on right now. You guys want to listen to this on the way out?
Yeah, play it out.
Yeah.
I love you
appreciate
guys.
you
guys.
guys for having me.
Much love, everybody. I'm gonna mute y'all and listen to this. We'll do like a little takedown thing here. Enjoy.
Mwah.